All right. I think that's how I start all my streams, is with all right. Just loading up the game right now, giving my audience a chance to gather around. And of course, music. All right. I wasn't expecting to see audience gathering so quickly, and it's two of my favorites, Starman and Reptile King. Reptile King asks the question that everybody asks in my chat: what is this? This game is by Stoic. Stoic is a pseudo indie organization, mostly made of former BioWare employees. BioWare, of course, known for their role playing games, and this is, in fact, a role playing game. And and this is a tactics based role playing game as well. So there's it's if you've seen any of my gameplay before, you'll quickly get the hang of it. But I want to go ahead and make a quick mention. As I was loading up Steam just now, I noticed that Double Fine Games has a Steam sale going on right now. And if you're a fan of the gameplay in the Banner Saga, I would highly recommend picking up a game called Massive Chalice by Double Fine. It's currently only $4 on Steam. That's a bargain. That's really well worth the price. That game, actually, I'll be honest, this is a good tip to Reptile King. That would actually be a fun game to stream because you get to name everything. You get to name the families, the five main families that you work with. You can kind of come up with their crest, their motto, things like that. It's actually kind of very entertaining, and you go with it generationally. So you'll have like 300 years, I believe, is the timeline of the game. 300 years to guide these warriors to victory against the foe that's devouring the world. Speaking of foes that are devouring the world, here we go with this. Is this like Neverwinter Nights? Nah, I'm not going to say that it is. Um, Best way to describe the gameplay is that it is, and I've said this a dozen times now, it's like you took the plot from Warhammer the End Times, mixed it in with the RPG decision-making elements of a BioWare game like Dragon Age, with the gameplay elements of Final Fantasy Tactics. So we're talking like a grid-based combat system with let's just dive right on in. I'll show you. We're about midway through the game. Hope you don't mind the random drop in the plot, but I'm going to try and get 2 chapters done today if I can. Um, Here's our heroes. Going to go to the heroes tent. Let's introduce the cast. Um, we are playing the part of Rook and Alette. These two are father-daughter combo of hunters. Um, they come from a village called Skoger. Oddleaf was the wife of the village chieftain. The village chieftain died when we escaped Skoger. We escaped Skoger because the enemy, known as the Dredge, are kicking our butts. And Reptile King is asking a very important question. And this is about playable races in the game. He wants to know, of course, if there are any lizards. No, actually, I don't think there's anything cold-blooded in this game at all. The Dredge might have cold blood, but they're also like black and live underground, like charred, and they're rocky, and everything about them is like, just they're mysterious. So there are not any playable lizards. Sorry, Reptile King. This game might not be for you, but I hope you'll enjoy watching it anyway. Um, Ivor is a Varl. That means that he is a giant. Uh, he stands probably about, I want to say, 2.5 times the height of a normal person, and Varl have horns. Varl were created by the god Hatterborg, and they don't. Since the gods died, there are no more Varl being made. So the Varl are now a dying race. Eventually, they'll all be gone, and they don't reproduce, so that'll be the end of them. Ivor was just a resident of Skoger who helped to train the soldiers of the village, soldiers like Eggle. Eggle is the tankiest of tanks, and he tanks all of the tanks, and I tank him. I mean, I love him. Tank, yes. Avind is a recent addition to the party. He is what's called a mender. He weaves spells. And he's also injured. It'll take him a day to heal if I rest, but I'm not going to take the time to rest right now. I'm going to go ahead and get on the march. Let's get the show on the road. We have just left, I'll show you this on the map, a Varl city by the name of Einertoft. Einertoft is at the end of the Burra Pass, which is a 3-day long trip to cross. It's a bridge, actually, the Burra Pass. And we blew up the bridge, which was the Varl's great achievement to escape to a place called Sigerholm. So we're going down this path here, the summer path, most likely, to get to Sigerholm, so that we can meet Avon's girlfriend and mentor, Juno.
Mic on.
I don't know why my mic always likes to announce that it's on after I've started my stream for 4 or 5 minutes or so, but there it is. So we are now on the march. So you've seen our camp. This is what it looks like. Let me go ahead and show you what it looks like when we are on the move, and this is a very cool element of the game. There's Einertoft with the cracked bridge that we are now leaving the Varl. And that is our caravan with the red banner marching across these beautiful vistas. And just let the music settle in for a minute, huh? Alright, let me go ahead and turn that down for you. Probably needs to go down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, a woman's... Let me know, by the way, how the balance of sound, of the music and the sound effects are to my voice, because I've been having trouble fiddling around with that. So a woman's stifled screams failed to overly concern anyone. It was only a matter of time before the expectant mother gave birth. The caravan is simply excited by this first sign of new life since the trip began. So I leave the decision to you all. Are we going to call for a day of rest and celebration, congratulate the new parents privately, offer the family extra rations as gifts, or do nothing special in allowing the mother and child some peace? Yeah, Starman's glad I destroyed the bridge. Sorry you didn't get a chance to finish it. I know I streamed that last night and did it. We're going for 4? Okay, so we're not going to do anything special. There you go. With all the congratulations and cheers passing around, you decide to maintain a normal schedule, letting the family adjust to the new hardships of traveling with an infant as quickly and peacefully as possible. When you get the chance, Starman, do go back and watch it, because that last battle was pretty awesome. There's been some developments of the party. Vassal died, and then Ivor took up the defense of the bridge, and at the... Oh, here we go. An old man sits astride an overgrown portion of the trail. You lost, he asks. He adjusts the leather strap on his head and says, "No, are you?" He jumps up and shuffles toward the caravan, his tattered clothes revealing no weapons. "Well, I've seen better," the old man says, peering into the supply wagons, "but I'll join you." He stands next to a fighter, throws his beard over his shoulder, and puffs up his chest. The fighter grins, and the stranger exhales, asking, "Well, what are we waiting for? Lead the way." Alright, Starman, I won't spoil it too much more for you. I'll let you watch that one. But here we go. Are we going to let this kook join us? Oh my goodness, Java update, shut up. Are we going to let this kooky maniac join us? We've got enough mouths to feed already. He's welcome to join if we can keep pace, or we can ask him, what the heck is he doing? Hell no, I trust no one, says Starman. Alright, so who are you and what are you doing out here? Call me Unar, or anything else you like, the old man says. A man goes where he pleases, doesn't he? His stern look is more comical than intimidating, but you stop looking for answers. We've already got enough mouths to feed. Feigning shock, the old man addresses a few of the children. Careful you don't grow up like them. Unar never forgets. The old man looks at you, adjusts his leather head strap, and harumphs. He kicks a wagon wheel, winces, and limps away. Starman trusts no one because he's gotten so many of our people killed in the first couple chapters. It appears that large figures following from the direction of Einertoft. Oddleaf watches intently before finally saying, "They have a cart, I can hear it." You slow to get a better view and spy a small caravan of Varl. Eventually, they catch up. Guess who it is? Any guesses? Ubin. Greetings, Ivor. It's been quite a while since we talked, hasn't it? I know you. Ubin? Never imagined you to be one to defy the king. What made you leave? Someone had to. What do you mean? Belluer is heading this way. Already? How is that possible? A group of Varl from Wormtoe showed up around the back of Einertoft. The long way. Belluer and his army chased them across the summer path, they said. Past Wormtoe? That doesn't make any sense. Belluer was at the bridge. He must have doubled back after that serpent appeared. While we fought on the bridge, he led half of his forces around to approach Einertoft from behind. And Reptile King, I owe you an apology. There is a giant snake that says he is going to devour the world, and I portray him with the voice of Michael Dorn. So there is a reptile in this game, but it is probably the big bad guy. The attack on the bridge was a feint. Don't let anyone tell you the Dredge aren't clever. Einertoft will fall within a day. Maybe not. He's following you. I thought one of you might know why. You exchange nervous glances, but nobody speaks up. Must be me, then. Is there something I don't know? That's quite a grudge he's holding if he's coming after you, Ivor. It doesn't matter. Our only chance is to get to Sigerholm. Juno will know what to do. We'll join you. I come bearing supplies and warriors who would be happy to kill a dredge or two, I believe. 40 supplies! Lovely. And I bet you we're getting Gunnulf. And 15 fighters, 5 more Varl, 10 more Renown. Great news. Renown is the currency in the game. Always need more Renown. It also helps me level up my characters, and we're almost at 30, so that's going to help us get at least somebody to level 4. The caravan stops at a split in the road. Ahead, the path leading to Sigerholm veers off into the hills, which are now swimming with familiar black shapes. Dredge that way too, grimaces Avent. The summer path leads straight to Sigerholm, while taking the main road will add several days. They're every way by now, replies Zubin. I suggest we go around past Hawkstorp. Alright. Starman says that the Great Serpent is not a bad guy, he's just misunderstood. Here's your choice for you, Reptile King. I'd love to get your opinion on this. Are we going to send scouts to see how dangerous the summer path looks? Are we going to start cutting a path through the dredge? Or are we going to go around past Hawkstorp? I love the names in this game. Skulker, Strand. Strand is the name of a village. Sigerholm, the summer path. Hawkstorp, the Godstone of Hatterborg. Grofheim, Einertoft. Everything's got so much weight to it. Reptile King just says go around. Starman says let's send the scouts. We're going to go ahead and send the scouts because I think that will still give us the chance to go around. You send 2 scouts, only 1 returns. I'll put it this way, he says. We're not getting through that way. It's like they're emerging from the rock itself. Well, I think that's... why don't you call the Eagles? I don't think there's any bird people in this game. Alright, we're going to take the main road past Hawkstorp. I hate to say it, you tell Avon, but I'm not willing to walk into swarms of dredge anymore. Juno will have to wait. You turn toward the long road around Hawkstorp instead, hoping you'd save lives in the process. 5 more Renown. Fantastic. Fly to Mordor. We're not going to Mordor. We're going to Sigerholm. We're just trying to survive. Looks like there's a village up ahead. The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusations of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' virtues are the sorts of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters are complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone. So, well, okay, guys. So a little bit of micromanagement here. Are we going to carry on and put up with it, or just address the major issues? Try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles, form a council to handle these problems, or split the caravan. Got to see the crazy lady that dreams of giant snakes. Starman, you need to go back and watch that last one again, because I'm telling you, the giant snake isn't a dream. We're going to try to keep people useful and too busy for petty squabbles. Firewood collection, scouting, gathering of edibles, weapons, training, and wagon repair keep your clansmen busy and usually too tired to complain. The chores slow the caravan, but the resulting peace and productivity feels worth it. 15 more supplies for that. That was a great idea. We're up to 8 days of supplies. That's more than when we left Einertoft with, thanks to Ubin and his caravan. Oh, I just realized I said that, you know, Ubin showing up might have brought us, Gunnulf. Gunnulf is dead. I forgot, Starman. We got him killed, didn't we? So we enter a village of miners who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and sightings of dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children, and know that these people will only be more mouths to feed. Do we still ask them to join us, let them make up their own mind, or do we just nobody else to join? Starman's taking credit. Yes, he killed Gunnulf. He was dressed like a frog, too. I liked Gunnulf. Yoop. I think, knowing Starman, he's going to just go straight for 3. But I'm going to give these guys a chance to... Reptile King, if you haven't noticed, Starman's a little gun-shy now at this point. Your choices in this game really matter. Every single one of them can really make or break your caravan. So Starman's lost all trust. But there's still a chance just to try and save an extra couple of lives. I mean, where do you draw the line between your soul and the lives of others, huh? So what's the plan here? Getting a little bit of a sound thing. By the way, how is the sound balance? Would you mind letting me know in the chat? Is it easy to understand me and still able to hear the nice music? Right now there isn't any music, of course, but there was on the march up here. Sound says okay. All right, so I'm going to make the decision here. I'm going to go with number 2. Let them make their own decision. You welcome anyone who wishes to join the caravan. Many do, while others choose to stay in their homes and see things through. You wish them luck. So 68 more clansmen for not much gain. Let's go ahead and take a look at our heroes tent. Starman says, the important one, Rook and Alette, those two, they've got to live. So nobody else joins. Well, too late. I took the decision from you. All right, so we're at 34 renown. I think Gil... I'm trying to decide which one's going to be... Hold on. How much is it to promote to... So we could promote 2 people to level 4. That means I'm definitely going to promote Gil. He is only 1 kill away from being able to promote to level 5, which is fantastic. And guess what he gets? He gets 16 shield rating, which is amazing for a human. Amazing! And then Ivor is going to be our other level 4, for sure. This guy's already got 24 kills. He's got more than enough to get him all the way to level 5. 2 points to give him. We're going to go... His role right now is more as a damage dealer. I think 13 shield is good enough. So we're just going to go straight into his health. Next time we'll put another point into his shield rating. He also is such a stacked level of willpower just in general. So maybe I'll consider giving him a point of exertion so that I can use more will in combat. Alright. Now, did I double check? Did I confirm? Yes, I confirmed for Gil. And I confirmed for Ivor. Fantastic. Alright. I don't need to rest for Avent, but let's take a look over here. 1 renown gets 6. I'm spending the rest of our renown. Sorry, that's too good. And we're getting out of here. Look at that, shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch dredge pooling into the village you just passed through. I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Alette, but you have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivor, pointing out a line of dredge leaving the village and marching toward you. As you watch, the dredge in front falls over, then the one behind it falls as well. You hear a twang to your left. Nid, the archery student of Oddleaf's, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another dredge topples. That's incredible, says Oddleaf, squinting. But we should get out of here. Odd's right, let's go. Return to the village looking for survivors, or hold on, let her do a few more. No, Reptile King, we've not found the One Ring. This is not your typical Tolkien-esque fantasy game here, I'll have you know. This is a Viking adventure, if ever there was one. If ever there was one. What's the decision here, you two? Are we going to go with just getting out of here, go back to the village, see if we can't find some more? I don't think, just knowing you two, I don't think going back to the village for simple peasants is going to be your way to go. Norska roleplay. You know what? That's more accurate. Hold on. Let her do a few more, or are we just going to go? I'm kind of in favor of letting Nid take a couple more shots myself. Starman says, let's go. Okay. Reptile King, what do you think? Do you agree with Starman, or you want to go back? Go back to the village, chill with the cider. Well, I'm ready for a fight, so we're going to go back to the village. The warriors complain as they ready their weapons. Nid, you say, come with us if you can keep that up. She smiles and joins the fighters, getting ready to head back to the village. That's right, we're going back. We're going back because I want to fight, and we have a new character. Nid, the rank 2 bowmaster. She has 2 points available to spend. She's going to need both of them to protect herself. She's only a 7 archer, but archers have that neat little passive ability, Puncture. For every 2 points of armor the target is lost, she gains 1 additional strength to the attack. And also, Bird of Prey. There's your bird, people. There you go. Aw, shoot. Exactly. And she can increase her range with the expense of willpower. So, I'm going to put her in for Alette. Just for now. What did she have? 15% crit chance. I'm going to slap that onto Rook. And I'm going to give Nid that item. And hey, you know what? I can give Ivor back his belt, Farthingjord, because he's now rank 4. Gil doesn't have a piece of gear yet, but Krumer doesn't need a Let's Bracelet. We'll just give that to Gil. This gives Gil +1 armor, +1 strength, +1 will. Alright, we're ready for battle. Let's get this fight on the road. Reptile King seems upset about the violence. Are you kidding me? No, you want to see the gameplay. I'm going to give this to you here. Oh, these dredge are ruined. There's only 4 of them. 2 big ones, but 22 strength on both of them, though. So they have some beef to them. But here's the plan. We're going to start from the bottom here. We're going to have Gil run up, and only one of these two is really going to be able to reach Gil, and Gil is not going to take any damage. He'll deflect all of it. So, Gil's up first, Oddleaf right behind to trap the big guy. We'll do Ivor to charge over at this guy as our anchor, and then Rook is ahead of Nid, our new archer, and Avend, he's going to be back over here for support. And this is going to be pretty straightforward. Here we go. Gil to step over here. And what's this guy's range like? Oh, he might try to take a shot at Oddleaf, and he'd be able to deal a couple points of damage too. So, all right. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna set up our stone wall, because the big news is we can't let this 22 strength guy pop us. Yeah, he went straight for Oddleaf. Spent the will, did an extra point of damage. Alright. Doesn't mean we don't set up our trap anyway. Just means that this poor guy is overextended now. Let's see here, who's next? Avon will be safe over here, and turn. He steps into the trap, pop, pop, and he loses his turn because of it. And this guy, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move here. No, I'm going to move here. Trapping him in, we're going to mark prey. Both of the archers are going to get a couple free pops at him. There we go. They're punishing Oddleaf today. And then, let's see here, you're only a 7 strength. But you have 7 willpower, so let's go ahead and use him to really hurt this guy before he gets a chance to hurt somebody else. Dang, 3 break. Who's next? Big guy in the back, followed by big guy in the front. What's this guy's range? You can get to there. Okay, I'm just gonna move Ivor over here and turn. And then that guy, right? And then it's Oddleaf. What's her status condition? Sunstrike. This blinding event prevents the use of any willpower for 1 turn. Okay. Just feeling like staying here is the smart thing. Put up that barrier. Big guy's gonna waste his turn trying to hurt Gil. Gil tanks it. He resists all damage like that. He's just kind of a hoss. I'm gonna have her step over. And because of the situation, I'm actually not gonna have her set up a trap. I'm gonna have her hurt this guy. She can't spend any willpower. Never mind. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the... Oh, never mind. I didn't realize I actually triggered the attack. Ow! Are you kidding me? 5? Okay. Can't spell attack him. Okay. We're just gonna go for... fall back so he can't reach you. We're gonna arc lightning big guy back here. Need to take away as much health as I can before he starts punishing people like Ivor. That's fine. Alright, Rook's turn. I don't think Rook can reach that. Oh yeah, he can. But it's only for 1 archer attack, so that's not worth it. I want to try and find a way to keep him from dealing, the big blue one in the back who goes next. I want to try and find a way to keep him from dealing too much damage to Ivor. Because right now he's going to get 5 damage through, maybe 4 if he spends will. I could throw Rook in the way. Rook will just get himself killed. Okay, so time to focus on things I can do. Which means damaging this character, I believe. Man, this is a tough call, actually. I think I might just want to go ahead and sacrifice Rook. But here, let's just see what happens. Yeah, 5 points of damage. Didn't spend the will, but that's okay. Move her up to where she can be supported by Ivor. Can she reach that guy? No. That wouldn't be worth it. Just do a break here. Yeah, we'll deal 2 points of regular damage. Oh, he's going for Rook. Rook's gone. Fair enough. Look at Ivor's ridiculous break. Oh! Oh! Sorry, did he have armor? Gotta get banners back on here. Okay. Well then. Gil, it's time for you to start fighting instead of blocking, that's for sure. So that guy can't really do anything other than just to break armor. She can deal 2 damage to this one. Definitely seems to be the right thing to do, so we'll have her do 3 damage to the big guy in the back. He can now... Okay, that makes sense. Oh, well, look at this. I have a lightning target. And it comes in the form of dealing 4 damage to this guy and 5 damage to the one in the back. I do love multi-target spells. Zap, zap. Ivor can tank that. 2 damage, 3. Let's do that 3 damage. She got Sunstrike. She can't use. Okay, fine. No willpower use for her, but pop. Just takes away her ability to hurt us. Kind of. 4 break. How do these guys get such ridiculous break with their rocks? I mean, come on. Ivor. Break face. That's right. So he's going to run away and summon somebody else. That's fair. I'll probably let him. Just gives me extra things to kill. Gonna step here to prevent the blue guy here from being able to step over to Oddleaf. But instead of just standing there, I'm gonna break some armor. He's gonna strike at Ivor, dealing damage. That's fair. We are gonna hurt this one so that the slinger can't hurt us. I'm not noticing buffering issues myself, but you guys can let me know. Reptile King is mentioning that he's getting some buffering. Let me know if it's persistent, because it could be for me. It's 9 health, so I'm not going to be able to kill him with Avend. But let me see if I can't repair some armor on Ivor. So that would give him 3 armor just at the base. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so now there's a new dredge reinforcement. It's just a grunt down here. That's fine. He's got the next turn. He can't reach anybody anyway. So let's go ahead and start working down this guy. Ivor's turn. Just break more armor. This guy's got no armor left. How much health does he have left? 14? Let's cut that in half. Man, this lady's got some serious break. No big thing. Gonna have Ivan use another lightning bolt on the new guy. Let's bring him down to 6 health. He might try hurting Oddleaf, because that's about the only play he has. Yeah, it was significant too. Let's see here. Puncture ability is a beautiful thing. Helps her deal extra damage. Let's get rid of this person. I'm getting tired of their break. Good job, Nid. Ivor. Let's take that one down to size. Ow. Let's get Gil down here. Start beating up on this one. This is just whop up action from here, actually. There's not much that they can do. It's only 1 point of damage. Let's just go ahead and kill that one. Oh, Ivor almost bought it. use some of the extra willpower we got to just go ahead and drop this one down a peg. Alright, you're done. And Gil got his level 5 promotion. And Oddleaf gets the final kill. So I like Nid. I like the character, I like her story. This is a good introduction to her. But I don't think that she's as good as Alette. Personally, I think Alette does a lot better in battle. Rook has picked up an injury, but that's fine. Reptile King wants me to shout unlimited power the next time I use the lightning ability. I'll consider it. I'll definitely consider it. Alright, Starman says Balthazar is about to die to Krell in his campaign. And Reptile King says, crapped on Balthazar with Cam Skinks today. So did I, Reptile King. Not Chameleon Skinks. I actually beat him down with, it's like a combination of, this was in a multiplayer battle, it was a combination of Skirmisher Skinks and a Slan of Lore of Light. I've been working on a army concept, and it's been a mixed bag of results, but the only victory I had today was against the Balthazar Gelt army. Anyway, more dredge are on their way, pouring out of the summer path. Hurry, you shout, rooting through houses. You find more than one family hiding in the village, and they hurry back with you to the caravan. Morale's improved. 21 additional clansmen. 7 less supplies, morale decline. That's because of the clock turning over. You'll notice the clock in the top center of the screen rotate around. That's the 97th day of this campaign, and we're about to reach 98 days. A group of men with broad shoulders and thick cloaks approach the caravan. They might be outlaws you hear nearby, and the idea quickly ripples through the caravan. One of the strangers approaches, saying, "We've run out of food. Any help would be welcome." His hard eyes reveal nothing of his motivations. You consider how you want to approach this. Reptile King, I love skink builds too. I'm trying to find something to do. I've kind of taken a little bit of inspiration from Heir of Carthage with his, like, trying to find unique builds in the armies. And I have an idea, but I haven't been able to find a way to implement it. Anyway, so what are we doing about this? Are we just going to offer them food, but inform them of the dredge, or no food, inform them of the dredge, ask them how they came to be here, fight with us and earn your food, decline to help them, offer them a few days worth of supplies? What do you guys think? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I can always decide for you. I can do this the happiest way. Hey, Starman's saying we can actually help this one. Okay, so let's see here. Fight with us and earn your food, but only this once. Offer supplies. Okay, so we're gonna offer them a few days worth of supplies. If we could spare more, we would, you say to the man as you pass along some rations. His companions discuss something quietly before approaching and thanking you for your kindness as they depart. I believe they actually are a group of outlaws, and if you have them fight with us for the food, they would wait a couple of days before killing a couple of fighters and then taking off with, like, 3 days of food. This is one of my favorite godstones. I love how it layers out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Ha. The Godstone of Dunder passes around you. In the frozen climates here, it looks like the rock has split and is falling apart, held together only by the deep snow. Curiously, when standing between the stones, the wind drops off completely, picking up once again as you've passed through. I almost wonder if we should rest here for the night, says Ivor, who seems to have noticed the same thing. with all the snow around it, Dredge might not even be able to find us. Are we going to stay here overnight, inspect the Godstone and move on, or get back to the road without stopping? Starman says, I knew I shouldn't trust anyone. No, I think you and Reptile King came to the right decision there. I think this one, I don't know what happens, honestly, if we stay overnight. So I think I'm going to go for that one. You walk around the camp before settling in. Along each strand of Dunder's massive beard is carved a different part of his story, and you turn your head to and fro to read it. While the Womb Mother was the first to create, she soon found a counterpart in Dunder, who embodied her ideals in a masculine form. Dunder took some of her creations, gave them beards, and showed them the secrets of smithing, though many remember him just as fondly for teaching them games and songs of mirth. As the camp settles in, you notice a group of boys huddled around something. They show you an offering box carved into the Godstone itself. The box is an elaborate construction of interlocking pieces which slide around when touched. You can't get it open, they tell you. It's like a puzzle. Well, we're going to try and open it. The boys take turns working out the puzzle and give you tips when it's your turn, though you don't seem to make much progress. Eventually, they leave to sleep until it's just you and a couple of determined youngsters. Should we give up and go to sleep or keep working on the puzzle box, guys? Reptile King says he's the merciful Reptile King. It's not often my mercy is shown to warm bloods. Starman says, we got this. Stand back, everyone. So we're going to keep working? We're going to keep working. It's hard to know how long you spend sliding around the smooth puzzle pieces, but when people begin emerging from their tents, you know you're in trouble, exhausted from a long, sleepless night. Worse still, the box remains closed as you shuffle wearily along with the leaving caravan. Guess what? You needed to sleep on it. Dunder was going to give you the answer in your dreams. This game is relentless in the decisions. It is relentless in the choices. Day 101. 3 days of supplies left, and we're almost to Hawkstorp. More supplies missing, the woman by a wagon says to you. And look, tracks. Right here they look like children's footprints, but my husband and I followed them into the wilderness a ways. They meet up with some adult tracks. No telling how many. Should we question the children, question parents about their children, send scouts to look for anyone following us, or have the children watched carefully? Starman says, but the gods are dead. How would he have told you in a dream? I don't know. The gods are mysterious. And the serpent actually implies that the gods aren't dead, that we're just dumb for thinking they're dead. Starman says 3 and 4, send scouts to look for anyone following you, or have the children watched carefully. Reptile King, what are you thinking? Send scouts? I think that's the skinky thing to do, so we're going to send some scouts. You round up some volunteers who depart quietly. They return that evening with reports of a few tracks that ultimately lead nowhere. Someone may be trying to hide their tracks, but you don't have time to continue the search. Well, that was lame. And we now have 0 days of supplies, so people are going to start starving before we reach Hawkstorp. Delightful. Yep, 4 fighters, 3 Varl. In the distance, Hawkstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here, you can see black figures shambling through it. That looks like a dead town, remarks Ivor, confirming your impressions. There's usually survivors, Oddly reminds you. We need to go just to get supplies, so we're heading in. I hope others would do the same for me. Dredge are nothing we haven't faced before. Ivor grunts, but otherwise says nothing. Besides, might throw Bellower off the scent a bit. You head a day's march out towards Hawkstorp. As soon as you step foot in the small town, you think you've made a mistake. It's thoroughly littered with corpses. Within moments, the dredge are upon you, as though you stirred up an angry hornet's nest. You draw your weapons. Okay, Rook's injured, but that's no big deal. We can deal with that. We're going to put a let back in for Nid. And Nid's item was that 15% dodge strength attack. We thinking give that to Alette, but I think... Yeah, we don't have anybody at 5 yet to take 2 armor per turn. Okay. We'll just go with that. Ready for battle. Reptile King says, going to have to get some sleep, my friend. We should discuss setting up a Discord for Heir of Carthage at some point. I agree, we should. Starman says, they're following us. As long as I eat, I don't care about peasants. Alright. So, we are mingled in here. Let's take a look at the battlefield. So let's see what this village is like. It looks like there's probably some supplies in here. And then... Otherwise, the village just looks abandoned, doesn't it? It might be a warm fire in this room, but that's the end of it. That's actually looks like a blacksmithy. Yeah, there's some smithing tools over here. Okay. So we're mixed in. We've got 2 with 22 strength, 1 slinger, a 15 strength guy up here. How do I want to go about this? I think first thing I'm going to do is going to try and single out this guy and make him worthless. So we need to start figuring out deployment. I'm going to move Ivor down here. Gil is going to go here-ish. Here. Oddleaf here. Alette here. Rook here. David here. How much damage can Ivor do to this guy? So that's 3 past the armor, 4 damage will bring him down to 18, and then he's still swinging and dealing 5 damage to Ivor, so Ivor should not face this guy alone. Anyway, we're ready. Let's give this a shot. Gonna sidestep over to here. Shield wall for how much? This guy can deal 3, 4 break, so we're gonna shield wall for 4. Actually, no, he's not even gonna reach him, so we're just gonna stand still. Gil is playing the role of bait right now. So we're gonna trap this square, make this guy step in it. I'm definitely having some audio issues with the music. It's not sounding pretty right now, that's for sure. Let me know if you guys are getting some of the same, or it's like a lot of static. Pop. 2 and 3 damage because of the benefit of... what's it called? Puncture. Alright. Check this out. Thread the needle. Alright, time to get some work done on the big guy. Are we getting explodey rocks? Okay. That slinger just threw out 2 exploding rocks. It'll both hurt Ivor. If I don't kill this person before the next turn, because she goes before, the slinger goes before Ivor, which is when both of those rocks will blow up. Delightful. Oh well. Gonna try and shift everything over so we can do something about that character, but oof, it's risky. That's probably just going to chase her away, too. And the slinger starts stepping away. Alright, who's up next? Unlimited power. There, I did it. Rook for... Ooh, 5. Okay. Rook's turn. Gonna do some Mark Prey. So you sure the music sounds good? Because I'm getting a lot of like staticky pops. I'll go ahead and turn down the sound effects. Hold on. You don't hear that? Right after I changed the sound effects, it was like... It was very awkward to listen to. Alright, that guy's almost out of the fight. This one's gonna hurt Ivor. There are those exploding rocks, so Ivor's now at 9-10. So here's what I'm going to do for now. Until I can figure out what's going on with the audio, I'm going to go ahead and turn the music off. Which is unfortunate because the music's pretty fantastic, but this isn't music we haven't heard before. Oh man, that's really disappointing. Ivor... Let's see here. Let's get you over here. You know what? We're going to do a battering ram. Let's have fun with that. Pop. 6, probably 7 damage. Yeah. Gil's turn. That one's already down. That one's down mostly. I can hurt that one some more. Not really. Time to start breaking armor. Only 2 points of break, really? We're just going to go to a stone wall. Alright, then... Oddleaf, step back. Let's see if we can't get somebody to step in something. That one's going back for reinforcements. Great. Okay. Nobody really set for a lightning trap, but we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, he stepped in it. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Rook's almost out again, but that's okay. We're going to have Olette kill this one in the back before they can summon reinforcements. We now have 2 extra will that we can use. Gil's a tank, Gil's a tank. Gil's a tanky tank. Bam! Gonna try and protect Ivor a little bit here. Man, they're going after Avon because of his armor. Oh, that one can probably kill Rook. Yep, I didn't think of that. Yeah. Okay. Who wants some lightning? I think you want lightning. Knock this one down to size. Zorp. Check this out. Double hit with a kill. I'll mop up from here. Gil doesn't need any more kills, so I'm actually going to have him rest. %90 chance of success. We're going to go for it anyway. He doesn't need any kills, so we'll go ahead and stop that. We're going to step her over, give her the kill. See here. Alright, so Starman says that I think the snake is more like a dragon breath. You know, he does have dragon breath, that's true. So here's what I'm going to do. Because playing this game without music is ridiculous. I'm going to do a quick, after the events of this battle, I'm going to confirm where the save is. Hoping there's a save right here. Because you actually, that's a downside of this game, is you don't have control over where you save. If the save's here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reboot the game and hope that will do something for the audio. You should still be able to hear me while the game is down. Alright, so this town is nothing but ghosts and now covered in more dredge bodies too. Remarkably, as you're about to leave, you find an old man sitting quietly in a tattered market stall with a couple of items in front of him. He hums to himself as if nothing were wrong and seems to be in shock. Your clansmen gather him into the caravan before you leave. +1 clansman. Well, let's see what he was selling at the market. 1 renown gets 10 supplies. Yes, I think I will. Let's get us to 4 days worth of supplies. And then check out heroes. See if we have somebody that we can level. Oddleaf. How much does it cost to promote you? 15. Alright, so we can level Oddleaf, Rook, or Alette. Well, that's a tough call. I like all 3 characters, but I think I use Rook more. Oddleaf, however, is probably the safer bet. So we can get her more break, more willpower. And then, did I confirm? I'm now paranoid. I'm now paranoid that I never confirm. Let's just double check. Okay, yeah, we did. All right. Phew. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's up with the music. Let's check the save. Save says, oh yeah, last save is when we're still in Einertoft. Or, no, that's just the wrong picture. It's day 103 is what it says. But it's showing a picture of Einertoft. That's awkward. Today is day 103. Let's go talk to Nid. We're going to leave camp and we're going to... Actually, you know what? No. We're just going to go ahead and... We're going to quit here. And then we'll go talk to Nid. Audio sounds fine right now, but I'm still going to reset the game. So this is just going to take a quick second. Hope you don't mind. But I want to get this working. Yeah, need a little bit of time to sync. Hopefully this is still going to work out just fine. Okay, game's booting back up. Alright, game is up. But is it up in the stream? There we go. Alright, fantastic. One of my friends just gave me a Steam message to talk about the Ancestral update for Rome. Alright, gonna dive back in. Sounds like the audio issue is fixed. We'll see. Let's go talk to Nid. I don't know if we've ever spoken. I'm Nid. You're Rook. I know. We've actually been traveling together for a long time. Isn't it strange how you can be so close to people and not know them? Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I wanted to thank you for letting me join you. Well, where are you from? I don't think you're from Skoger. I know most of the people there. No, I had a house in Frostfeller, but we were driven out when the dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My sons and I were thrown out into the fields. I'm sorry. Eccles' men killed my husband. When we left, I was angry. Why was I the one who had to leave their home? How do I deserve this? You look away momentarily, not sure what to say. But I've let it go. I have 3 sons, and I don't want them to grow up with hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you. Have you always been such a good shot? Honestly, I never even tried before Oddleaf made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning. Oddleaf's good, but I don't think it was all her doing. It feels right. I just look where I want it to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems, sometimes they really stew in their misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We all have our own problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow in something. She returns to her tent where her boys are waiting for her. What a lovely lady, huh? Morale's pretty weak right now, so we're going to go ahead and rest anyway. Puts us at 3 days of supplies, which might be cutting it close, but we gotta go. Everybody's now fully healed. We're leaving Hawkstorp. Hopefully we get somewhere within the next 3 days, huh? No renown left. You notice most of the Varl pacing while others sleep. Their brief conversations with each other and other clansmen grow shorter and sharper. Go away, roars one Varl at a young girl, asking him too many questions. All the clansmen stop and stare. Let's see here. They're going to break the tension by making a joke. I think you just ruined her dream of marrying a Varl boy, you say, timing your smile just right. The giant grins, then throws back his head with booming laughter. Other Varl join in the mirth, and the caravan feels a bit uplifted for it. The giant explains, we live in the north for its space. Endless miles of snow, ice, mountains, fields, space to be alone. But here, there is no time for such things. Understanding slowly trickles through the caravan, relieving some of the tension. Morale's up. Moving along. Can we get somewhere before day 107? Ah, new Godstone. So you'll notice in the caravan, when you're looking at it and you get a good, closer up view of it, that it's led by the party, and then by those that are on the backup in the party, and then the banner itself on the cart. The Godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan makes a much-needed rest. Ivor shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger lying dead beneath the stone. Oh, this is a good moment. Should we be worried about that, you ask Ivor, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still, couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. We're going to inspect the Godstone. Ingrid's Godstone is carved with ancient runes which don't make much sense to you, though Avon tells you some of the Menders have deciphered them. It's how the Menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone, a long series of slabs contain more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Avon doesn't know how to read it himself. Juno could, he says. We'll pack up and move on. As you're readying to depart, you hear screams from near the main Godstone. The same boys so curious about the dead dredge before are shrieking and pointing. For a moment, you think it must not have been dead, but then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hands. You ready for this, Starman? Wait, says Ivor, his arm across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps over you. Alette pushes past and gasps. Stop, shouts Ivor, but the curious onlookers have already seen it. Leave it. On the ground before the dead slinger is a small, stony figure, its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. That dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time? Leaving them to die? In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these dredge the whole way, meaning the slingers. Why are women with children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading. They're running. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around, aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness. Something black is covering the world, and the dredge are running from it, just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivor, you knew? Why? Why didn't you say something? Ivor, when I was young, I killed one of the Sunder during the Second Great War. We called it rays. Every time we would build our defenses, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Varl and stumbled upon Rays deep in a snowstorm, alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe. It twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed Asunder. When I found my way to Grofheim, the Varl wanted to make me Kender, next to be king. I left. Walked until I ended up in Skoker, where no one knew what I had done. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. For a long time, nobody says a thing until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby? She asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian creature swimming before you. We can put it to a vote, we can insist on taking it with us, or we can insist on leaving it behind, or we can just stay out of this one. No extra commentary from me. This is entirely your choice, Starman. Pretty sure you're the only one with us right now on this stream. Huh. Normally I can see, numbers, how many people are here, but not like this time. Starman says put it to a vote. Alright. While some grumble about leaving it to chance, the caravan votes pretty clearly in favor of leaving the infant behind. It remains beneath the godstone as the caravan departs. You try to put the whole episode from your mind and focus now on reaching Sigurholm. So I know I've had a couple of slips of my voice. Every once in a while I would refer to the slingers as she. Now you know for sure the slingers actually are the women. I might have given that up a little bit too much with just by gender identifying them, but there you go. One day of supplies left. I'm gonna need an event or something. You're making the usual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area that the Varl have gathered. Ivor joins you as you approach. Ubin, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in the corner of a meat house than battling Asunder? No, I'd rather be known for not dying. Don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, plow headfirst into the dredge, they follow you into the hills, get lost. Now they're not following you. When you did this 100 times, did they have Bellower leading them? Have you never heard about the time I hit Bellower in the head with a throwing axe? Don't stop on my account. Careful, my friend. A lot of old history getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of dredge on our asses. Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he could just wander up there and throw them off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Thought you'd be happy to finally be the oldest Varl in the land, Ubin. I'm never happy to lose more Varl, Krumer. Besides, I'm not convinced you're really older than me. Old rivalry you've got here. Comments like that remind me. I've already wasted too much time doing nothing. In the old days, I'd already be halfway up to the battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you coming, Ingvar? You could ask Bellower for your arm back. Don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Alright then, I'll tell Hatterborg you said hello. Krumer and a good many Varl warriors head out toward the growing army of Dredge. 40 of them. Is he going to come back? He always has before. But this time feels different, I fear. And we're on the march again. Let's do a quick zoom in. Look at that caravan. So pathetic. Doesn't realize it's about to run out of food. Yeah, they realize it now. Nobody died that day, but let's see what happens tomorrow. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. "A word, friends," the man says. "We are poor farmers, down on our luck." The woman hits him and says, "We're outlaws, plain and simple. 10 of us, and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front. Join us, but you'll be watched. What are your crimes?" Send the outlaws away. Doesn't hurt to ask. "Misunderstandings," the man says. "Meat houses are confusing. Never know when you've drank your share." The woman hits him again and says, "We've stolen, killed a few when we had to. Skills that might benefit you out here." At least they're honest, right, guys? Honest enough to come along? Not like we can feed them anyway, right? What are they going to do? Yeah, no trust. That's what I thought. Send them away. "We are so much more than..." The man stops as the woman glares at him. He nods and they shuffle away quietly. It takes until camp is set to notice that a few of your supplies have gone missing. 2. I didn't realize I had 2 supplies to lose. "Gather round, doubters," echoes a shout in the distance as Krumer and his band of warriors break through the nearby foliage. And behold, the invincible Varl! The caravan is thrilled to see Krumer return safely. "Did the plan work?" asks Ubin. "Work," responds Krumer. "Of course it worked. Same old Dredge. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. And if you apologize, I'll tell you how I found these," Krumer says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Varl. He leans in close, whispering so Ubin can't hear. "Had something to do with a raven's nest and a hair tie." Excuse me. Starbait's like, how did they take any supplies? They must have taken people to eat them.
As Sigurholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud home sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
Okay, morale is now at its lowest. We have no supplies. We do have 20 renown, though. So we should be able to buy some more supplies while we're here. Welcome to Sigurholm. What a lovely place. There does seem to be some people here, just chilling out on their roofs. What else are they gonna do, huh? "One catastrophe to another," says Oddleaf as you pull into Sigurholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. "No," says Avon, looking frantic. "Where is she?" He runs to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Going upriver looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. "All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait?" While taking stock of caravan, you've inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleaf and Avon. "As long as we need to. And I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place." "Why? What's wrong?" "Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes." "I'm sorry, Avon. I think Oddleaf is right. I saw a man. The whole time we were setting up, he was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the Dredge find us here?" "Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this." trust, right, Starman? Trust? Do you have trust? How about trust? Trust, Starman. Do you trust? Within the last two posts in the chat for those just watching, Starman says, "Nope, no trust." And that was from a while ago. That was from 4 minutes ago. He said, "Nope, no trust." First things first, we're going to market. One renown gets us 3. I'm just gonna. I can only get us to 2 days. I really want to level up somebody. Let's go to heroes. 20 renown is enough to get somebody from 4 to 5, but I really want to get Rook to 4, so I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. There. No supplies for the people. Forget them. He's a 9-10. I wish I hadn't put all that points into his break. Speaking of 11-10, confirm. I confirmed it. This time it was confirmed that I confirmed. Oh, here's the new gear, +3 strength for level 5 character. Honestly, I love you putting that on like an archer. It sounds weird, but it's the truth. Okay, market, right? Supplies. Still 2 days of supplies, no matter how I cut it, so I'll at least save the 1 renown. We're gonna go talk to Avend. Starman says, we're gonna wait. We'll wait. Want the crazy lady. She seems cool talking to Snake and gods. And she took on the snake like a boss, so we'll wait for her. Okay. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno. Worried doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here, or something has happened to her, are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream, or I don't know. You were pretty exhausted. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. Everything is a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. Why is Bellower still following us? I saw Grothheim as it burned. Avon gets a faraway look in his eyes. The sunder blew through it like a tempest. The Varl fell in the thousands. Most of the sunder left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to or heading toward Arborang. Bellower stayed in Grothheim just for the sport of it, I think. As we fled to Einertoft, I thought we must want to wipe the Varl off the map completely. But then he came after us. Maybe he knew Ivor was the one who killed Reyes. Maybe. Let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escape the dredge, that serpent set of darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long that will take, or what it means even. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Arborang. If we can find ships and make it to the capital, we might have a chance. Well, what's it like to be a Mender? Being a Mender, I guess I never really thought about it like that. It's just part of me. They knew very young that I would join the Order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father, both Menders. The guild is for lots of people now. Builders and healers. Do they all pull lightning out of the sky? No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this, so we don't end up scaring people. How exactly does weaving work anyway? Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate patterns in the wood to help them remember the shapes of... like I said, it's hard to explain. I won't take any more time. No, it's okay, Rook. I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spend all day worrying about serpents or sunder. I think a lot of people are intimidated, or scared maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we could talk about things that don't include the world ending? Alright, so we are at least going to wait for 1 day, but I'm going to click this rest button, and I'm going to run over to my kitchen real quick, and I'm going to grab myself some water. There's a lot of talking. go ahead and read that over. Give yourself a chance to look at it. It looks like somebody stole from us. I walked away, and all I saw was the word thief. Sigurholm is not a kind place. I'll just put it like that. And I don't even think we benefit from the rest. I think morale stays down. We lose supplies, come to think of it, because it's been a full day here, and we're almost out of supplies. How many days of supplies do we even have left now? Is it down to 1? Yeah, we should have 1 day of supplies left. That'll be delightful. Oh, great, thunder. Ah, sweet, crispy water. Okay. A scuffle is broken out in front of the houses. "Thief!" shouts one of your people as a group of strangers flee from your camp. Oddleaf is already running their direction. "They took our supplies," you hear from nearby. We can chase them, we can try and talk it out with the locals, we can tell the caravan to get ready and leave immediately, or we can ignore the theft and protect the caravan. Gonna go with the number 2 here. We wander onto a beach where some men have been waiting for you. Some terse words are exchanged about whether anything has been stolen or not. You don't see who draws the first weapon, but it stops the conversation cold. Good. I could use a fight. And I'm actually going to change that up a bit. I think I want Avon going close to the end. Ready for battle. All right. So we're looking at humans, really. There's nothing special about any of them. Let's go ahead and back everybody up so we can position where we want to be. So it's a little trickier using my typical Oddleaf kill combo at the beginning when we're dealing with, you know, basic humans, because it's harder to guess where they're going to step. But I'm going to go ahead and set kill here. Odd right behind. Ivor here, because he can just immediately eliminate these two. Rook here. Paulette behind Rook. Avon here. And we're ready to go. Alright, so their turn order, it's going to be an archer I didn't even see in the corner. Then it's going to be a close by archer. Then it's going to be this guy, and he can reach Rook. And then it's going to be that guy. So we're going to step here. And then we're going to go into shield wall for the full value. What's this guy's range now? He can reach Oddleaf. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna think that he's gonna go for it. He's at least gonna step to here. So we're gonna set up a trap. Ooh, she's got some extra range. Did nothing. Okay. Rook's turn. Step here. Try and really get somebody to step in that spot. We're going to do a normal attack on the archer. 4 points. Let's just take out her ability to fight effectively. Yep, called it. So he's almost done. Big guy's next. He can reach that square, so she's just going to step to here and is going to attack him. Steal some break. He'll step up and attack Gil and deal no damage. Avon's turn. He can go here. Guess what? Unlimited power. Zap, zap. That's a fancy shield that guy's got. Ivor, Ivor, Ivor. Ivor, Ivor, Ivor. Oh, yeah! This might hurt. It was nothing. Backbiters have cool maneuvers like that, but it ultimately doesn't get much done. Let's just go ahead and beat this guy up. She's gonna shoot Ivor, break some armor. Wow, 5 break. Okay. He's got stone wall up, so I'm not gonna step to where he can get to us. I'm just gonna move. I want to be able to shoot this guy. Alright, so I'm just gonna do a small trap right here. Just in case it gets wasted. Huh, that was strange. I thought she did a break on somebody. Oh, I guess he has extra armor. Okay. Well, this should be fun. Mark prey. Can any archers get him? If not, that's okay. Ivor can! Ooh, good try on the backbiter. Deflected. Yeah, we'll just kill this. No. We'll just neuter him. It's much more important than actually killing at this stage. Step in it. Yes! Thank you! I love it when those aren't wasted. Alright, so what's left to really deal with here? We're just gonna go ahead and do some mending on Ivor. He's lost a lot of armor. He's lost 7 points of armor. I can heal 4, 5, I can heal 6 by spending 3 points of willpower. Gets him up to 12, and he's now pretty much invulnerable. Wow, that was a nice break. Nope, that spot, thank you. Let's just go ahead and get rid of their only real threat. All they got left is some breaks, so it's just pretty much mop-up action from here. Now that guy's got some strength to him, so we'll go ahead and start beating him up next. Oops. Bull's got some nice break. Yikes. He's okay though. Oh my god, this is gonna be great. We're gonna watch Avend use a melee attack. Bap! That guy got ruined. %, chance. Go for it, Avend. Oh, yeah. Love watching mages make melee kills. Oh, you done messed up. You done messed up. You stepped into Ivor's range. You done messed up. Starman says, oh no, they're all dead. I guess we can feed them to the peasants. 9 more renown. Thank you very much. The thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan, you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out to fight. So we now at 0 days of supplies, morale is still poor. But we have 10 renown, 1 renown gets us 3 days of supplies. This is rough. Get us to 4 days, confirm. Yikes. Alright, so what's the call? Are we gonna try resting another day? Take another day of supplies out? Morale's still very poor. We have 69 fighters, 69 Varl, Kinky. Or we can leave. What's the call, Starman? Do you want to try waiting for Juno? Just getting a good look at the village, seeing who's left to really trust. Starman says he doesn't know. Alright, well, Starman, I'm gonna make the choice easy for you. We're leaving. This place sucks. Rook, wait, please, Avon begs. She said she'd be here. We need her. You can tell he's terrified of leaving, as though he'd be giving up on Juno. She's not coming. Which is the truth. She isn't. Avon looks out across the lake with a 1,000-mile stare. He says nothing. We've got problems, says Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We can try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long that will take. What do you think? So if you haven't made the connection yet, a lot of this game clearly takes inspiration from Oregon Trail. And here is a classic Oregon Trail decision point. We can attempt to ford the river, we could caulk the wagons and float across, we could pay some locals to help, or we can detour around the flooding. You can always pay some locals to help. I think that's actually the best idea, but I really hate these locals. These locals suck. The Sigerholm locals are the worst locals in the game. Do not get a Airbnb in Sigerholm. Totally not worth it. Come on, Starman, you have to have an idea of what to do here, right? Pay the people of Sigerholm to help us out, caulk the wagons and float across the river, and watch them tip over and lose all of our supplies, ford the river, detour around, take a little bit longer. We got 4 days of supplies though, right? That'll get us nowhere fast. And our morale is at the lowest it can possibly be. What could possibly go wrong, right? We've got 69 Varl. We're totally set. Option 3, pay some locals to help. Here we go. The locals become a lot more helpful when you swallow your pride and start offering food for help crossing the river. They give you small fishing boats to borrow and show you the area with the best chance of making it across. You hope your luck holds out as you launch from the shore. Despite, or you suspect because of your vigilance, the locals from Sigerholm don't try anything underhanded, as they take you in their small boats to other side of the lake over several trips. You leave them with a generous amount of food, and they row back to their town. You hope it's worth it to buy some space from Bellower, who will have to drag his armies through the mud on foot. Okay, I guess that didn't turn out so bad after all. I just hate that town. I really do hate that town. Morale has improved, 10 more renown. It's good to have. And we're moving. On the road again. A boy has gone missing from the caravan along with a good number of supplies. Hold on, there might be an audio hang up here. I have to plug in my phone to charge. There we go. The boy's younger brother begins to sob. Some men in the woods made us, said we had to give them food or they'd kill us. And don't tell nobody, my brother went over there, he points. So let's lead a search party or a reward party or try to make a trade for the boy or send the younger brother and ambush them on the next trade. Ooh. I don't remember this one. This is interesting. I don't think we make a trade for the boy. I think I'd rather try and fight this out. So 2 and 4 are the way I'm leaning. Just because more renown is always useful. Always useful. Number 4, send the younger brother and ambush them on the next trade. That evening, the younger brother sets out with a bag of supplies, silently surrounded by fighters. Within an hour, the sounds of skirmish ring out. Soon, both boys return along with cheerful fighters laden with supplies. Oh, I didn't get to fight. Hey, 30 supplies, though. Next time, I'll just lead the war party. And morale has declined again. Oh, we're coming up on something. As you're nodding off to sleep, shouts of fire pull you back to attention. Flames quickly consume a supply wagon and a few tents. A woman cries out, "My boy!" and points to a burning tent closest to the outlying Varl. Two of the giants are motionless, staring at the spreading fire with terror in their eyes. Command them to help organize the peasants to put out the fires, go in after the boy yourself, or make an effort to save the rest of the supplies. I think I'm going to go in after the boy myself, because I think that's going to be the one that gets me the most renown. We do lose supplies, but ultimately all we lose is just peasants, right? We haven't been very friendly for the peasants. Or we can try and snap the Varl out of it, but I bet you they're just going to freeze anyway, right? It is fire. They can't. They hate fire. So 1 or 3, I think. What do you think, Starman? We doing 1 or are we doing 3? 3 for sure. We're not scared of fire. We put molten metal on our chest. Yes, we did. The Golden Fury. I forgot about Golden Fury. Awesome. Wrapping your cloak around you, the smoke, flames, and tent become a blur as you grab the boy and slice through the back canvas with your hunting knife. You meet the ashamed look of the older Varl while the crowd cheers on your heroic act. Unfortunately, the supply wagon didn't make it. What in the depths was that about, you mutter to yourself. Something about the fire, Oddleaf tells you. I've heard of this before, they don't like it. Doesn't change what happened, you think to yourself. And we're out of supplies. Oh well. And we didn't get anything. No renown, no morale, nothing. It was a waste. 6 dead clansmen, 3 dead Varl. Alright. The villagers here are completely oblivious to the destruction that is coming. All we've seen is some dark figures far off, they tell you. Aside from a few young families, they're reluctant to pick up their things and join you. 15 clansmen gained, but they don't bring me anything else. So we're going to market. 1 renown gets us 5. I think, I'm just curious, what do they have here? +1 will, +1 strength, +2 armor on rest, +1 armor, +2 will. Those are all kind of crap. So typically when we gain renown, it's always like 8 renown, 9 renown, or 14 renown. I want to try and get myself sitting at like where I can gain 20 after a battle. So if I bring it down to 6 renown, if I get 14 renown in the next battle, I'll have 20 renown. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So 4 days of supplies. I'm going to confirm that. Morale is still poor, which affects our willpower in battle. Do a day of rest, 2 days of rest, and then we're going to leave. 2 days of supplies remaining. Not ideal, but renown's hard to come by. And I'm honestly of the opinion these days, I think renown is actually more important than clansmen. At least in this game. At least in Banner Saga 1. In Banner Saga 2, they add a mechanic which is great, which is the clansman forage for supplies. You never have to buy supplies again if you have a lot of clansmen. A trail of blood leads to a clearing where you find a large, wounded Varl. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing at no one in particular, and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you'd leave this one alone without a second thought. We're going to abandon him and move on, because there's nothing good about this encounter. Even on second thought, the risk of dealing with this insane Varl is too much. You slowly step away from the giant's clearing, pulling the others back with you. The only thing you can do there is give him some supplies, and you might feel better about it, I guess. I don't know, but it feels like you just lose supplies for no reason. And helping him only gets people hurt. Like, he'll just attack. Okay, no more supplies, 5 dead fighters, 4 dead clansmen, 1 dead Varl. Up ahead, a scout shouts. Some giant hall, but it's empty. You approach the structure but recognize none of the markings. The walls seem unsteady at best. Finally, sleeping beneath a roof you overhear, several families begin unpacking. We sleep in comfort tonight. Keep everyone back until you're certain it's safe. It was abandoned for a reason. Leave it, or look for any clues about why it was abandoned. Let's look for clues. Whoever left here may have had a good reason, you tell the caravan, but after a few tiring hours of searching for clues, you have no answers. The frustration of the wasted time is apparent on the clansmen's faces. 1 or 2. 1, we sleep in the old hall. 2, if it was abandoned for a reason, we're gonna leave it. What will the choice be? Do we trust this place? Or do we trust ourselves? We're going to abandon it. While most follow you to a further campsite, a few families stubbornly but cautiously enter the hall and bed down. The next day, they rejoin the caravan more refreshed than everyone else. You soon hear complaints of your paranoia. Well, that's not fair, because guess what? If you stay there, the building collapses on people and kills them. This game is patently unfair. There is no right choice there. Wow, I did not know that's the case. I'm honestly amused by that. Got here just in time to prevent death from more lost supplies. Another godstone. There's berries in these trees. I want to pick them. We need supplies. Let's eat the berries. Can we please eat the berries? The imposing godstone of... oh, excuse me. The imposing godstone of Bjorulf approaches. His severe visage makes it feel like he's watching you even now. The caravan spreads out, happy to be free of the confining forest and in open fields. Hogan pulls you aside to show you some red berries growing on an ash tree that looks like it was chopped down long ago. These shouldn't be growing here, he says excitedly. I haven't seen these in a long time. He and Mogan busily go about collecting the berries. In fact, in honor of Bjorulf, some of the caravan crack kegs of mead and wine before anyone can stop them. To the only god that matters, they shout. Everyone drinks, and you're glad for the merriment that has swept over the caravan. We're going to join Hogan in collecting berries. What exactly are these, you asked Hogan. When I would travel to Borsgard with my father, sometimes he'd buy us a few of these, Hogan replies. Couldn't be a luckier find. See for yourself. You try one and can feel energy returning to your tired limbs. Not taking a few more would be a wasted opportunity, you figure. As the hour becomes late, the caravan is eventually ready to get back on the road. The day by Bjorulf's stone is one of the few memories that hasn't been tarnished by the specter of bad fortune, you think to yourself. And we now have Thistleberry. Yay. Yay, I guess. Let's go check it out. I'm curious. What is Thistleberry? Level 2, plus 2 will on rest. It's pretty much useless, because you almost never rest. I was hoping that those berries would have turned into extra supplies for everybody, but oh well. Oh, finally. A new village. We'll see how many more people we can get killed before we get there. Harsh words from one mother to another draw the attention of the entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragni or no one. That reed thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Alright, Starman. This should be entertaining. What do we do about it? Let it play out on its own. I feel like that's the happiest thing to do. Oh man, I'd pull up a chair, pop open some popcorn, and just sit there and watch. Like, oh please, do continue. Real Adventures of Housewives on the Oregon Trail. Number 1, we're going to let the argument play out on its own. You turn your back on the women, encouraging others to do the same. The shouting eventually dies down, but the unease in the camp persists. That's it? That's it. Aww, morale drop.
Rainweek is more of a smattering of farmhouses than a proper town. Though judging by stray dredge stalking through empty fields, it is barely even that anymore.
5, 12, 13. 13 dead. You guys can hear the voiceover all right when it pops up, yeah? Not our problem, says Starman. That's true. Rainovic comes and goes as a long series of farmhouses, abandoned and crawling with dredge. The farmers have probably already fled to Borisgard. You try to hurry past, but are eventually spotted. Dredge start ambling in your direction. What is that? Points out Oddleaf, up near one of the longhouses. In the distance, a large person, clothes seemingly covered in blood, is cursing loudly and stumbling about. He staggers into a longhouse, laughing. The dredge heading your direction turn back, roaring, and begin to pound on the longhouse door. They seem to be holding a grudge against this particular person. You doubt the door will hold long. I want to fight. We're going to fight. We're going to rush to help. We're fighting this. Against my better judgment, we should probably do something, you say. The others agree, even though it means putting them all at risk. As you quietly approach, the dredge have managed to splinter the door and break through. Hey, shouts Varl, wearing all red, standing on the other side of the dredge. Came all the way up here just for me? He seems unconcerned about the dredge, and as he hoists his enormous sword, hey, guess what? He's got a scarlet feather. Look at him. It's like having Gunnulf back, but in red instead of green. This totally works out for me. And his item, Scarlet Feather, +2 move, -1 aggro. This guy is a flanking beast. So, gonna build the team. Gil, Oddleaf, Rook, Avend, and this guy basically does the job that Ivor's going to do. So we're going to go with Alette instead. And we're going to use Sibjorn because we can't take Sibjorn out of the party. So we're going to put Sibjorn in, and we're going to fight with him. +3 break. What do I have on? 15% crit chance? Yeah, we'll leave the Gull in Fury with Rook. He is the Sworn Sun Worshipper, so he should keep that. Is there anybody else who I think should have +3 break? What's Gil wearing? Gil is wearing a Let's Bracelet for armor, strength, and will. Yeah, actually, I think I'd rather he have +3 break. And then the armor, strength, and will. That can go on Oddleaf. I don't need +1 will per kill. I could use that on Avend, but right now Avend is wearing the extra armor for extra aggro, so we're ready for battle. Alright, we're surrounded, but we get to dictate the pace of this because we get to have an easier time of reaching them. So, Gil to start. I'm thinking back here. Oddleaf behind. Rook here. Gunnulf here. Not Gunnulf. Sibjorn. I'm gonna make that mistake a lot. Ready. Let's just see what happens. So the turn order, guy in the back, then it's that, slinger, then it's guy in the back, then it's big guy in the back. That's great. That's perfect. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have Gil run up and use his extra break. Yeah. Pop. Look at that. That guy's out of the fight already. Okay, Rook. That's okay. I'll take it. I wonder if this one is in range for my archers. Let's find out. Yes. Yes, it is. Boom! Oh, what a hit. Wasn't expecting that to go so easily. It's a bold move from Avend, but I think it's going to be worth it for some lightning on this one. start beating up on this one. Really? Wow, okay. Look at this huge move from this character. I do love it. We're actually... I would be tempted to come up here and just do a whirlwind and pop both of these for 6, but that puts him in such a huge chance of getting ruined by this guy. So we're gonna do a conservative move. We're gonna stay here and just really hurt this one. Go ahead and take this one out of initiative. Uh-oh. Ow. Take this one down to just swinging for 8. Let's see here. Oh, nice crit. Very nice crit. I was going to swing for... Okay, that's only 3. That's fine. Big guy's up next, followed by that grunt. It won't do anything. Followed by that slinger. Okay. How's everybody's armor? Let's get back here and we're going to do some mending for Alette. Because I don't want her to be in a bad position. She can only heal 3, so we'll just do a level 1. Yep, 3 armor. Okay, it makes it Alette's turn. No, too far away to do a that special arrow shot. Who's up next? That guy. Let's go ahead and do some. Oof. I'm just gonna do some break on this one, I guess. Sibjorn, why don't you go ahead and step up? We're gonna get a whirlwind done here. Bam! God, I love whirlwind. Ooh, Avon's in pain. Love having that extra break on Gil. See here, so only Alette would be able to shoot this guy. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. We're gonna do another Mark Prey here. Just see what kind of damage Alette can do with this guy losing so much armor. 4 points. That works. So how close do you need to be for lightning on the large? Oh, if I lightning the large guy, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt Sibjorn. So we're not going to do lightning. 40% chance of killing this guy. Go for it. Yeah! Avon with that staff, let me tell you. Alright, let's see what Big Guy does with his swinging for 11. He's going to go after Oddleaf, deal 5. Okay. Time to have Sibjorn step up, do what he does best. Pretty sure this is all mop up from here. He's going to try summoning reinforcements. He might actually get one in. And I might let him. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let him. Just gonna bash up his armor some. See, this will heal 3 armor. She can only heal 2, so we'll just do 1 point. We'll rest for additional willpower. We'll rest for additional willpower. And we got another grunt to kill. Totally worth it. And hey, look, because we were in pillage, look at the initiative order in the bottom. It doesn't matter that there's now 2 enemies. We still get everybody to have a turn before they go, which is fantastic. Mend yourself. No. Okay, end your turn. Spend the willpower so we can reach this guy with Sibjorn. 6 damage. Have kill step up just in case this guy decides he wants to go for kill. Regular old low value shield wall. Yeah, he's gonna go for kill. Waste your attack. Do it. Yeah. This battle was about as straightforward as they get. Victory. The foes lying dead at your feet will something. I missed it. I know it's a funny saying. Hey, that was 10 renown because I let them summon 1 more. Go figure. Still short of 20. Welcome to my mead house. Sibjorn's House of Mead. Wasn't expecting a Varl this far south. Or this drunk. I can see that. There are people huddled in the corners of the mead hall looking on with uneasiness. Who are all these... Who are you people? No, they're friends. They made this place. It's not really mine. You lured Dredge back to a room full of unarmed people? What is wrong with you? Come on, I saved everyone in here. They shared some fine drink. The best drink. Wait, I was saving your ass. Remember that part? If you knew you'd come up here, you could have told me. What do we do with this guy? How much meat is left? The townspeople show you a huge stack of barrels filled with quality mead and help you haul them back to the caravan. I'll miss this place. Good memories. Yeah, I stole that answer from you, Starman, because yes, mead. With some help, you gather up the casks of mead and head back to the caravan, Sibjorn and the other survivors in tow. The caravan gives the boisterous Varl a large berth as you set out for Borsgard. We now have 3 days of supplies because of it. And we have Sibjorn. That's the other important part there. Oh, and we actually do have 26 supplies. Oh, what did I do? Sibjorn wakes up in a pool of his own sick. Why am I surrounded by small people? The other clansmen let him sleep off his drunken stupor on the ground, and this morning he's paying the price. We can help him recover, we can post some guards nearby just in case, or we can leave and make sure he doesn't follow. We're gonna post some guards, right, Starman? Yeah. The armed men turn out to be completely unnecessary. The Varl is so deep in sickness that he doesn't even try to move for several hours, just coughing up his stomach contents. Still, you stay long enough to see him recover. Eventually, Sibjorn comes to you. I won't get into details, he says. I was supposed to bring those casks from Reykjavik back to Borsgard. I drank maybe half, by accident. Point is, Sibjorn continues, you don't tell anybody what happened, and I won't tell anyone about the mead you got, okay? Trust me on this one. You agree and get back to travel. Camp. Because I believe Sibjorn is a level 5 character, which is awesome. Level 5, no points available, so he stays at a 10-14. But hey, that's fine by me. We have 26 renown now, so we can level Ivor, Gil, or Rook. I think I want to level Ivor. Yeah. Okay. 17 strength. And yeah, I don't really see myself using, even though he has such a huge willpower pool, I don't see myself using or dipping into his extra exertion. So we're going to go for armor. It's pretty fantastic. We'll replace those two, and I'm actually going to give... I can make him strength 20. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm doing that. Sibjorn's Feather, however, +2 move, -1 aggro. What item do I have on? 15% crit chance. I think I want that extra kind of move and aggro on Rook, or less aggro on Rook. Then with the crit chance on Alette. And that leaves me with, that's 2 armor per turn. So that leaves me with Oddleaf, who's the odd one out with not necessarily the best item. 1 armor, 1 strength, and 1 will, that's still probably the best thing for her. Yeah, because that's for level 5 character. 2 armor per turn. He doesn't need that. I think this is a good team. Okay. Let's get out of here. A mother's scream flooded the caravan. Her daughter lies dead in a tent. We all know who did this, she spits, staring directly at the woman she scuffled with previously. Murder over a marriage in these times? Something must be done. The accused woman remains silent. Leave it to a vote, try to discourage further violence, investigate the death, or banish the accused and her daughter. Oof. Starman's asking me, have I ever tried the Steel Faith mod for Total War Warhammer 2? I have not. I don't even know what's in that mod. But why don't you go ahead and tell me what I should do about the drama-causing mothers here. And then you can tell me a little bit about this. He says investigate the death. Good call. The healer joins you in inspecting the young girl's corpse. An old infection, says the healer. No punctures, no choking, no poison. She died of disease. You report the news to the caravan. The mother admits that she had always known her daughter was ill, and everyone moves on. Silly peasants. I see a village up ahead on top of this hill. But we are now out of supplies, losing fighters and clansmen again. And Varl. No encouragement or tales of glory will lift the spirits of the caravan. In the north we have times like this, says one of the Varl. The other giants grin, raising tankards and horns of mead. Skull, they shout, and make short work of their drinks, explaining that each person takes a drink when someone tells a story that is more miserable than the last. Others join them for a second round, and mead is passed your way. This will only make things worse. Join the giants in drinking or leave others to their drinking game. We're going to join in. Taking the mead, you shout, "Skull!" The crowd cheers and laughter echoes through the camp for hours as each person comes up with increasingly more absurd stories of woe. The Varl's remedy is a success, and the caravan is in a much better mood the following day, albeit hungover and with less mead than before. Yay, morale's up. Ah, we're approaching
Past steep
Bosgard.
cliffs, the sprawl of Boersgard comes into view. A city of contrasting rich and poor, opportunity and gamble. Our best hope for salvation, or our graves.
Here we are. Chapter 7, The Slayer and the Slain. I'm going to keep going. Finally, you arrive at Borisgard, where the walls stretch for miles in both directions and are littered with the bodies of Dredge, Varl, and men. "Excuse the mess," shouts a voice from above the gates. Looking up, you spy a striking Varl, his face wreathed with matted black hair. Movement at the gate catches your eye. Dredge are still banging on the gate doors, without luck. "Let us in," you shout. Sibjorn pushes past. "I won't be hearing the end of this for a while," he says before yelling, "Open up, Bolverk! They dug me out of Rainovic." You hear a laugh echoing on the wind as the doors creak. A dozen armed men led by a massive Varl make quick work of the Dredge and usher you into the city. "You may be interested to know they brought a mender." "You didn't go to get a mender. Where's the mead?" Sibjorn shrugs apologetically. "I guess the mender will do. Either we've got a chance now, or we're completely screwed." "I'm Rook. We've come a long ways, some as far as Skoger. Are you in charge here?" "In charge of the governor, I suppose. Listen, if you have something to tell him, say it now. Otherwise, you're on your own. I don't care where you go, but stirring up trouble is probably the only reason you'll see me again. It won't be to talk. Mender, come along. We're going to see the governor." Bolverk and Sibjorn leave with Eyvind, who goes willingly, signaling that he's fine. Thane. This is just like Frostfeller all over again. This is nothing like Frostfeller. The one in bearskin is probably leading the Ravens. Ravens? Is that good or bad? No, it depends on who they're working for. Hopefully it really is the governor and not someone trying to strong-arm their way into his seat. I guess we wait for Eyvind to tell us, if he comes back. I'm not worried about Eyvind. I'm worried about the army of refugees we brought who don't belong here. You're probably right. Nobody ever uttered a nice thing about Borisgard, so what now? We ought to go to the docks and see what our options are, in case we need to leave quickly. Did you notice the city guards when we came in? What guards? I have a feeling the Ravens are all they've got left. Something serious went down. And when Bellower gets here, he's going to walk right through this place without even breaking his stride. Let's keep that to ourselves for now. So, the docks. Starman is describing the Steel Faith mod for Total War Warhammer 2. It's really great, adds lots of units and game mechanics, really enjoying it, but does make the game much harder. I don't know if I need the game to be harder. I'm gonna go to the docks. When you get to the docks, your heart sinks. Not a longship has been seen, aside from wrecks. Bodies float in the water. Buildings are trashed and boarded up. What happened here, murmurs Alette. They're all gone, says Eyvind, approaching alone. I see you had the same thought as me. Eyvind, you're okay. I'm fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Why? Since the dredge started appearing, everyone with a ship and half a wit left long ago. People can't leave by foot. Food is scarce. The markets are bare. Borisgard is a fire keg waiting for someone to tip it over. So the governor is paying the Ravens to protect him against his own people. And keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre anytime there's a hint of an uprising. Where does that leave us? I promised him the Mender's protection in Arborang. I don't think he's very popular there. They're going to start tearing this place down to build new ships. We can ride the Ormsa River all the way to the capital. Leaving another perfectly good city behind. How long will it take to build new ships? Hold on, what happens to the people living in Borisgard? It's the best I could do, Alette. He thought it could take as long as a month. You don't usually make ships out of scrap lumber. As soon as people figure out what's going on, there's going to be riots in the streets. A month? Why bother? Bellower will be here within the week, if not sooner. I'm open to suggestions. Gods be damned, is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration, leaving you standing by the docks. Alette gives you a worried look before chasing after him. Eyvind, what do we do about Bellower? Eyvind says nothing for a moment. I don't know. What a lovely position we seem to have found ourselves in. Belor is on his way. We're in a city that the governor has probably replaced all of the guards with mercenaries. And, yeah, let's go to the market. We need supplies. 1 renown gets 1 supply. I don't think we're going to take that deal. We're just going to deal with poor morale and dying people. 6 renown isn't enough to level anybody up, but I want to get a good idea of who can level. Gil is ready to be level 5. Odd needs 1 more kill before she's level 5. Rook, he's ready. Avend, he's already max level. Alette is 29 kills deep. Good girl. So she's ready to be promoted all the way to level 5. Ivor's already done. And then we have our backup cast. Okay, so let's go talk to Ivor at the walls. You find Ivor standing on the city walls overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance, but continue to gather. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Just feels like someone should cut us a break every now and then. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What did you have in mind? First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the streets. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for, so we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to become scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. So we have so many choices of where we can go here, Starman. I'm leaving it to you. We can, Ivor explains, I'm leading attacks with Avend every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters in Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody is manning this wall. We could always use help. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. We have no supplies. Morale is at its worst. Do we find a safe place for the caravan? Do we join Ivor in defending the walls? Do we find a source for supplies? Do we help down at the docks? Do we put Krumer in charge of leading the warriors? Or do we try to get some rest? I think 5 is a unique choice. Usually whenever there's an option that names a character, it means that there's some added benefit to doing it for you. Usually. Sometimes it can also just get somebody killed. So, yeah, up to you what you want to do about this. Five or 3. I'm interested to see what's going to happen here, so I'm going to say I'm going to put Krumer in charge. Krumer, you shout, calling around the war leader. This is your expertise. Are you willing? Krumer's more than happy to switch off leading the charge, giving Ivor a break between fights. He spends the rest of the day showing you complex war strategies to reduce losses. Morale declined. 4 fighters down, 6 clansmen down, 1 Varl down, 10 fighters down, 9 Varl down. Great. Let's go talk to Ivor again. Ivor points out more dredge along the wall. There's a lot more of them. And they're getting braver, he says. We lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help. If there's nobody left to defend the walls, we're going to go ahead and find a source for supplies. I checked around, Oddleaf tells you, and nobody has food or they won't part with it for a fair price, and our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices or it's just plain gone. She doesn't say it, but you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. We can track down the Ravens, see what they know, scour the city for anyone willing to sell, shake down the places that seem to be holding out, or tell the caravan to start rationing tighter. Ration what? There's nothing left. What do you think, Starman? Audience? Anyone? What's the choice here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Track down the Ravens, scour the city, shake down places. Honestly, I think that might be the way to go. Shake them down. Okay, we're going to track down the Ravens, see what they know. 5 fighters, 2 Varl. You Find the massive leader of the Ravens along the docks where they're doing their best to keep a growing number of people in check while the boats are being constructed. You question him about food supplies. Should have brought your own, he says. I can't go giving it out to every person in Borsgard. I'd kill every last bastard in this city for some good meat, though. This place has been dry for weeks. We can offer him the meat we picked up in Reykjavik. I don't think Sibjorn will like that. I think we promised we wouldn't. We can threaten him for holding out. We can remind him innocent people will starve to death. We can scour the streets for anyone selling instead. We'd shake down places that seem to be holding out. It's interesting choices. I know what number 3 does. Offhand. I don't know about the rest. I don't think 1 goes well. Bolverk is a bit of a berserker. We're going to shake down places. Okay, Starman, good call. You join Oddleaf to the biggest meat halls, determined to make some sort of deal. You can tell a few of them have food to spare, but the ample number of bodyguards hanging around make it clear they don't want to share. You can tell Oddleaf is about to snap. We can just resolve ourselves to a fight, appeal to their sense of decency, or leave. I like where this is going. If it goes to a fight, I think I'm going to swap out Oddleaf for Sibjorn, because Sibjorn and Ivor, they make more sense for fighting humans than Oddleaf's arrow trap. The arrow trap, it's hard to trap a human with an arrow because they're not as big. They don't cover as much space. It's easier to tell where like a 2x2 size character is going to go. So it's easy to trap them with Oddleaf's arrows. So we're going to resolve ourselves to a fight. Here we go. As you motion to pull your weapon, Oddleaf stays your hand. You instead begrudgingly leave, and she says, even if I thought just 2 of us could take them and run off with a couple of supplies, I have a feeling more people than just us would suffer for it. You figure she's probably right. Okay, so I guess we got nothing done. 24 fighters dead, 20 Varl dead. We have 3 fighters left. Let's go back to talk to Ivor. This is bad, says Avon. Oh, also, check out in the distance on the side here. Look at all of the dredge that have started piling up. They're even over here back to the bottom left. This is bad, says Avon, as Ivor points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredge, a stone singer showed up. We've been losing warriors left and right. If we don't deal with it, this wall will come down by the end of the day. Rook, says Oddleaf, approaching. Someone handed me a note this morning. She shows you a slip of paper marking a back street, probably from one of those places we visited yesterday. Maybe some misplaced ambush too, though I can't imagine what they think we have. If you want to check it out, let me know. Dad, there's a riot at the docks. Alette runs up to you out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats. When you calm her down, she says the Ravens are there, but she's worried that things could get out of hand. Whew. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Defend the walls. Find a safe place for the caravan. Go with Oddleaf to the location on the note. I actually don't know this one at all. This is new to me. Investigate the riots down by the docks. Try to get some rest. Just like, fuck all y'all, I'm going to take a nap. Sorry for the swear. It just felt appropriate to say. Forget this. Shut the front door. Find me in the Alps. I'm gonna get some rest. Starman says fight, so we're gonna join Ivor in defending the walls. Here we go. That stone singer is gonna wreak havoc on us if we don't take care of it, Ivor tells you. This will be a rough fight, but we've got to take it down. You ready? Let's get ourselves prepared. 2 fighters down. I think we only have 2 fighters left, other than, you know, the party, of course. So this is Dredge, and we don't actually get Sibjorn in the lineup. This is a good team for fighting Dredge, so we're just going to go for it. Thought you guys would appreciate a double chapter episode today, but I realized my episodes were one behind the chapters, and that was starting to bother me. Oh, come on. Lost more people just for going into the screen. They're really hammering us with this. Look at that. 1420, boy. 1420. Okay. Deployment is odd. This nice cliff here. East Dredge didn't fare so well. Some more up here. Kind of scattered about. Let's see. Can we see anything up on the walls? No, we can't. Dead guy over here. More dead dredge. Dead guy down here. But that's about it. No Ubin, huh? Yeah, no Ubin. Usually you can find him spying. He's probably up on top of these walls. Okay. Two big ones. One of them's a 22, the other one's at 11. The 11 doesn't scare me. The Stone Singer can be a problem if he starts infecting our people with Disease Strike. I'm gonna start pulling things back so I can think about deployment. I'm gonna put Gil in front of the big damage guy. And you guessed it. She goes right behind. We'll set Ivor up here like that. Avon behind that. Let's try this setup. Alright, what's their turn order? Stonesinger goes first, followed by Slinger, Slinger, Blue, then Heavy Shield. Heavy Shield can reach Ivor. Blue can only reach Gil. So we're going to step up to here. What's his move? Okay, we're actually going to step over here. This will prevent either of the big guys from getting to the rest of the party. Okay. So, don't step in front of Ivor. I'm going to trap right here. Probably damage to Alette. That's fair. Rook's turn. Look at that extra movement. So tasty. I'm going to send him over here and just start putting damage out on this one before this one even gets its turn. That way, the only thing that one can do is break somebody's armor. Probably only reach Rook too. Okay. I have a lightning target, and I'm going to take it. So I'm going to ability, Arc Lightning, big guy, 4 damage, and it's going to do 5 damage to the Stone Singer, which is awesome. Trapped. 1, 2, 3. Alette's turn. Okay, so she cannot spend any willpower. I'm trying to see if there isn't really anywhere she can go that'll deal her arrow, her piercing arrow thing. So his turn's done. Can she reach the Stone Singer from? No. So we're gonna go ahead and just stay put, break armor on, and we'll just deal 1 damage. Just deal 1 damage. We'll take it. Make them move back. That guy steps up and deals nothing to Gil. Ivor's turn. Break. Stone Singer's going to step back and cast a spell. This is the one that takes away armor from Dredge and gives them extra strength. I'm just going to step over and box this other Dredge in. With some ridiculous break. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna really hurt this guy. There we go. I'm actually not going to attack the Slinger. I'm actually going to attack this guy. The reason why is because I'm going to get these 2 Slingers with another good lightning strike. That guy's going off to summon reinforcements. And it's time to put a lightning bolt onto these slingers. So we want to bring that one to 3 and that one to 4. Or I want to bring this one to 5 and that one to 2. We'll do 3 and 4. Both of them will run away. Which just means that they're in an even worse position to try and do anything about the archers. Uh-oh. Ooh. That was significant. I don't think I want extra reinforcements today. Thanks. This might be the end of, yeah, it is. There goes Avent. These things happen. Definitely need to break this guy's armor some more. Dang, look at that. 10 damage. I'll take it. You know, that was actually a good play by him, because I was going to have Rook step up and do his special maneuver. But yeah, how about we're going to move over here and do it. Just a regular attack. Get this guy down to just 1 point. So that's going to poison both of these two. That's to be expected. We can go ahead and remove the Stone Singer from the equation. Oh hey, that one died on its own. I wonder why. Oh, because the spell went away, and now everybody lost their health. Interesting! That's actually a mechanic I didn't know existed. The spell went away, meaning they lost 3 strength each. Too interesting. So this is good for Oddleaf. Yeah, she's ready to get promoted. Here we go. Well done, fight. The foes lying dead at your feet would regret ever crossing your path, were they still alive. If they weren't dead. That's what it says. That's right. Only 8, come on. Come on. I want 20. And there's Bellower foreground right here. The dredge are everywhere. Everywhere. 14 renown isn't enough to promote anybody. That's frustrating. Alright. This morning, says Ivor, I saw him. Bellower's here. I think it won't be long now. Avon leans silently on his staff nearby. One of your clansmen comes to you out of breath. Rook, he says, things are real bad. Look, there's nothing you can do at this point, but a lot of the caravan have been robbed, killed, just disappeared. Those of us left are going to split up and hide where we can. Wanted you to know, in case we somehow pull through this. He runs off, clearly distressed. You grimace, wondering if this could have played out another way. 88 clansmen. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Join Ivor in defending the walls, go with Oddleaf to the location on the note for those supplies, investigate the riots down by the docks that the Ravens are at, or peace out, I'ma take a nap. I think 4 is never the choice, honestly. It's gotta be one of the first 3. I'm tempted to fight again. I really am. But, also going with Oddleaf to the location of the note, because, like I said, I've never seen that one before. Supplies, okay, we're going to number 2. travel to a deserted back street, and a man soon approaches, confidence in his step. "You came looking for quite a lot of food," he says. "I can give it to you. I want something too. Let's trade." Oddleaf gives him a suspicious look. "We don't need to complicate this," he continues. "Borsgard has a lot of people in it, and we don't all get along. You're not from here, so when you get something that was stolen from me, nobody will come knocking, do you understand?" "Well, what do you want?" "It's not what you think," he tells you. "Just a drinking horn. My great-grandfather's. It was stolen." "This is worth how much food to you?" asks Oddleaf. The man laughs. "As much as you're willing to carry." "Will we need weapons?" "My friend," he says, "I'd keep a knife on me just to take a crap in good old Borsgard." He marks an area on your map down near the water, scribbling Lowtown next to it, though you doubt that's a real name. "Rook," Oddleaf says as you leave, "keep this one between us. Seems to call for a light touch, and I'd rather not have people spreading rumors about how we got the food." I think we're doing this. Let's go to Lowtown. While everyone sleeps, you go to the house marked on your map, which is an aging mead hall, falling apart, but otherwise not out of the ordinary. The door is closed and nobody is around. "Excuse me," murmurs Oddleaf. "We came all the way from Skogar, and we were just wondering if you have a valuable drinking horn you don't want anymore." You give her a grin. "You never know." You consider your next move. Try the door, announce yourselves, look for another entrance, leave without the horn. 4 is out of the question. Just try and let ourselves in, look for another entrance, say, "Hey, anybody there?" I feel like I might have done this scenario the very, very first time I played this game, but I really don't remember at all. We're going to try the door. The door is, of course, stuck shut. So much for that, you say. Announce ourselves, look for an entrance, break down the door, ready for a fight. A fight might make me a very happy person if it gets me at least 6 renown. What have the people of Borsgard ever done for anybody, right? It's a pretty crappy town. Going for it. Starman says, "Break down that door." Here we go. "Not in the mood for this," you say, pulling your knife, hoping to get this over quickly. You throw a shoulder into the door and it cracks open. Inside, a group of grizzled men jump up with startled expressions on their faces and axes in their hands. Squatters who had been sleeping in the old hall scream as you attack. I can fight humans. That's not a problem. But who gets to come along? Oh my god. What a scenario this is. Jeebus. Thankfully, they're all pretty weak, but yo. We're surrounded. 2 of us versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 4 backbiters and 4 thrashers. Okay, thankfully, yep, these are backbiters. Those 2 don't have the special ability. That's a thrasher. That's a thrasher. That's a thrasher. That's just a normal swordsman. That's just a normal swordsman. We're gonna take the backbiter out of the equation. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. I like scenarios like this. Okay, we're gonna charge this guy and we're just gonna get work done. She will deal 2 damage. Break an armor, she'll deal 3 damage. Or I can just deal 5 damage myself. Alright, who's up next? That guy, that guy, that guy. Alright. Take him out. That's 1 more willpower to use. Okay, turn order. Just want to see who's in position to threaten Oddleaf. Let's minimize this guy's impact. This is going to be pretty awesome. I think I can I think I managed this so that I won't take any major damage at all. Excuse me. Just whittle them down one by one until nobody can do anything. This is pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of my maneuvering so far. Oh my gosh. I think I've got them. Yeah, I've totally got them all. Try as they might, this is a done deal. Awesome! Okay. Now it's just clean up. Thrashers can probably do their flail thing and be more effective at this point. If I let them. But I won't. Done and done. What did I say? No health damage to either of them. Oddleaf and Rook against the world. Boom! That was awesome. And I got 10 renown out of it. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this, says Oddleaf as you scatter things looking for the horn. Finally, you find it tucked in the bag of one of the men you just killed, and Oddleaf stops mid-sentence. Looking at the horn, it strikes you as one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, with gold inlays, intricate carvings, and an unusual wooden base. Something primal makes you want to keep it. Oddleaf notices and says, I wouldn't stop you. Do we trade it for the food, or do we keep it? This is fascinating. It's very fascinating. Again, this is like vaguely memorable to me. Like, I feel like I've done this before, but I don't remember everything until after it happens. Starman says let's go for the food, but the horn does seem pretty cool, but I agree. We're going to go ahead and trade it back. You fight the urge to simply abscond with the horn. People might die of hunger if we don't give this back, you say. Oddleaf nods, though you can tell it's half-hearted. Early the next day morning, you return the horn to the man in the alley. 20 renown, yes! That's it, the man beams as you hand it over. I thought about going back on my promise, he says, but I don't like to complicate things. Come to the market and we'll see that you get a fair price on what you need. One renown gets 8 supplies. We're at 44 renown. We're going to spend 4. Get 8 days worth of supplies. We now have enough renown to level 2 people to level 5. And I'm absolutely taking this opportunity to do so. Oddleaf earned her promotion. And it's going to go into will and exertion. And Gil. Yes, Gil. Or if I have him with a +3 break, wouldn't it be interesting? Yeah, we're gonna give this guy 6 break. That'll be awesome for him. 2 armor per turn, don't really need that on anybody. Let's get our team back together, shall we? No. That's it. There we go, that's the team. I'd be interested to know what that horn does. I might have to look that up later. Okay, let's go talk to Ivor. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't slept for days. We've lost a lot of fighters, he mumbles. The weight of the situation is crushing. Then, from far in the distance, you hear a horn. Dredge don't use horns, it occurs to you. Avid appears at your side just as a long caravan of people come into view, Dredge turning to attack them. Who's that, you ask? It can't be, says Avid. He runs toward the gates, shouting, You see their banner? It's Hakon! As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open and you charge out onto the field, clearing a path through Dredge. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I have a little bit of buffering on my phone, but I don't think you missed much. I just clicked the attack button. Alright, more Dredge line the battlefield, that's for sure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slingers. 2 of them throw exploding rocks, 2 of them throw anti-willpower rocks. We got a Dredge grunt, we got a 15 strength big guy. So we're going to ready this up. Oh, didn't mean to... Okay. Let's take a look at initiative order before I do anything ridiculous. So I didn't place my troops like I should have. Gonna do the first level of block, just because I think this guy can't really do much. Yep. Odd leaf. Break some armor. Move it along. Rook's turn. I need Avind over in this corner right now to deal lightning damage. Okay. 4, 5, 6, or 4, 5, 6. Let's go for the first one. Zap, zap, zap. Big guy's out. Resisted by Gil. explodey rocks? Oh, come on. You should have. You're one of the only ones with decent power left. You should have been swinging. So that's gonna target Ivor and Rook. How long until their next turn? After Oddleaf. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and. Both of them will be able to move before they act again. So let's just start whittling down the enemy. Tempted just to take the arrow shot through Avent. She won't be able to do more than 1 damage to him, but it'll definitely hurt these two. It'll kill that one and bring this one down to 3. Might even bring, hold on, 10, 4, 2 damage. Might even bring him down to 1. Would definitely kill that one. I'm doing it. Why not? Fortune favors the bold. Got the crit, brought that one down to 1. Arc lightning. 4, 5. Zap, zap. Oh, more explodey rocks. Okay. They're at Oddly's feet and Ivor's feet, but Ivor's gonna go ahead and just shut up the first one. Done deal. No more exploding rocks. No more threat to Avent. Or is there? Chance of crit. Got it. Good job, Alette. Oh, Starman has an interesting note for me. He says, almost forgot had you in my Rome campaign. Then your family started a civil war, so you had to die. Kinda sucked. You had a good army. Took a lot to take it down. But don't worry, Sextus did the same. He died too, so it's all equal. That's great, thanks. Usually I'm not the traitorous one, but okay. Juno. I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again, Eyvind. He smiles and they embrace. Eyvind is completely taken aback, as though he doesn't dare believe she's real. I'm sorry, I couldn't make it to Sigerholm. I ran into problems. Problems is putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in 2 over these hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge are practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're everywhere. We noticed. Glad to see you made it out alive, Ingvar. I take it the others didn't. Hacken becomes quiet. Then he motions toward Juno. She got across somehow. Found her out cold for a 2nd time since leaving Strand. We need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Gods be damned. I thought I was free of that menace. I will deal with Bellower. Come on, no need to tempt him by standing out here. The Volca can handle the Sunder. Hakon's caravan enters the city, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors are now safely in Borsgard. 280 Varl. Boom, 315 supplies. Boom! Hakon joins you on the wall and his personal bodyguard Moger. Behind him, the Prince Ludin stands alone, looking miserable. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Eyvind. You must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before I return. It takes everything within Eyvind's power to hold back, but he does. She turns to you. Rook, come with me. We'll return in 2 days. Maybe less if you're as quick as you look. Tell anyone who needs to know. I'm not going anywhere. Juno pauses and something shifts in your vision for just a moment. I know it's hard, she says, her voice filling your head, and you've already been through a lot. As she speaks again, the rest of the world melts away. But you're needed. You can't find the words to argue. You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground behind Juno. You're alone, aside from hundreds of dredge, who are all facing toward an enormous stone ahead. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. This is one of those moments where the lack of music just makes it even creepier, because everything's so silent. We are at the Godstone of Stravs. You glance around nervously, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her. It's okay, you can speak, softly. Is this where you're going to sacrifice me? Juno smiles. What could have come across as profanely creepy looks sincere instead. No, the dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though. Who are you? I wish we'd had the time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I'm of the Mentor Council. You've met Eyvind, my apprentice. How are you doing these things? Controlling minds? I thought menders built things and healed wounds. You are right, menders do these things. Some of us still practice the teachings given to the Loom Mother's first creations. We are called Volca. I believe I am the only one who can influence another's mind. Then why not take control of Bellower? I learned a talent to heal minds, not control them, though even some Volca have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower, it is the difference between convincing a child to sit still and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're rarely a match for the Sunder anymore. Our advantage is that we can train more Volca. It is also our weakness. The Volca pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grow older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence, to a point. Then how do we stop him? The God of Secrets will play a part, as will you. Oh, so what are we doing out here? Do you know of the God Stravs? Few know this stone exists, even amongst those who have lived their whole lives in Borsgard. See the silver in the stone? The gales up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. I know I probably accidentally double-clicked before I passed a conversation point, but I don't think it matters too much. We need a piece of this silver. The god Stravs is wreathed by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods, and they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The menders call him the god of secrets. He was both. Why are we surrounded by dredge? They seem to be drawn to the godstone. There are many things we don't know about Stravs. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain. Does Stravs have something to do with that serpent in Einertoft? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicions, but until I've had time at the Mender libraries, it would be unwise to speculate. For all our knowledge, it always seems as though we know little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be. Why did you pick me? Why didn't you pick Eyvind or Hakon? You don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Eyvind must keep Borsgard from falling while we are away. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived at Borisgard. You were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Willette no matter what. Well, let's get what we need and go. Indeed, you'll need to dislodge at least a fistful of the metal. We will forge it into an arrow to slay Bellower. Wait, after everything you've told me, make a magic arrow to shoot Bellower? That's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? Juno gets a faraway look in her eyes. No, that is not all it takes. What I tell you now must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower. Even if it were to strike his heart, he has no physical weaknesses. But it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, I will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with sword and axe. Everyone who fights at your side must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead. That is the most insane. He really can't be killed. No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow. Focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the Godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Rook, I am not certain how the dredge will react when you do this, and behind us is a sudden drop, so be careful. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of the silver vein. Even without looking out onto the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely, held back only by Juno's influence. Panic races through your blood. We're going to climb higher, where it may be easier to remove. As you climb, you can't help but notice the stony masks of dredge lined up before the Godstone, like worshippers before an idol. Just a glimpse nearly immobilizes you. Your hand rests on a piece of silver that comes away easily. The dredge do not react. We're going to look for another piece. While you're here, you glance quickly around to see if there's any more low-hanging fruit. You're able to pry away another smaller piece of silver ore before your nerve gives out. You nimbly descend to where Juno is waiting. Well done, she says. As you walk back through the dredge, their heads turn in unison to follow. The dread that lingers and the shaking in your hands does not subside for hours. Okay, and we've gained Strav's whetstone. You approach the gates of Borisgard again, relieved that they're still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Alette rushes to your side and throws her arms around you once you've crept through the gates. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you, take this time with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend, but meet me on the walls when you are done. Crafters. It takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but he shakes his head and gets started. Alette watches, the smith's fire reflecting in her distant stare. Here comes a very important decision. I talked with Avent a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? Maybe too powerful. As long as she's on our side. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow? She's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on, who else is going to do it? Ivor? Alette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. That's not what I... Let me do it. What? Why not? Because you think I'll get hurt? What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Skoker feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have one shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl. I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. Okay, what is it going to be? It's appropriate, Starman, that you're here. You've been the most reliable audience member I've had. It's going to be your choice. gotta be your choice. I know you can do it, take the arrow, or I'm sorry, Alette, no. Do we let Alette take the shot to kill Bellower, or do we let Rook take the shot to kill Bellower? One or the other. Does Alette get the shot, or does Rook get the shot? In the meantime, he's been talking to me. He says, in his Rome campaign, he says, I did serve greatly before I betrayed him. I took all of France and most of Britain. Good. Good. The Geats didn't kill me. That matters. It was a Roman blade that finally ended it. That's fine. He says, to be fair, I've had every family turn against me. Killed them all. Rome is all mine. Okay, well, that's one way to do it. But what do we do here, Starman? Make the call. Who takes the shot? I do hope I still have an audience. It'd be depressing if, after all this, I get to the most important decision in the game and I had to make it myself. I hope that's not the case. Oh, it says I have an audience of 3. Anybody? I think we need to let her take it, is what Starman says. Okay. Let's do it. I know you can do it. Take the arrow. She smiles and takes your hand in hers. We'll survive this. I know we will. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes his work. Okay, Starman. You've made the decision. We have 24 renown. We are going to go ahead and bump up Rook to level 5. Here we go. And that's going to get him to 12 strength. Done deal. Strav's Whetstone is our new item. 20% crit chance. The 5 ring necklace, which we took from that Godstone way back when we were playing as Hacken and Mogre. +1 aggro, +1 strength, +1 armor, +1 will, +1 break. Awesome stuff. You'll also notice that we have some new members to the team. Mogre's back. We got Bercy as well. Hacken, which is awesome. And we have Luden to boot. So it'll be interesting to pick the final team. We have lots of rank 5 items now. I think I'm going to go through real quick and just remove all of the gear from everybody. Or I thought I'd be able to. There used to be a way just to remove items. Here we go. Just going to remove items from everybody so I can get a chance to just figure out where I want everything to be. I can't promote you though, so go away. Ah, there we go. Just going through, because we're close to the final battle of the game, and I want to make sure I have every element in place. Mogan and Hogan, still alive, good for them. Okay. Nobody has any gear. We're good. Oops. Here we go. Starman says he's got a bad feeling about this. I understand. We have 50 days of supplies. Maybe there's gear in the market we can afford. Nope, no gear in the market we can afford. No need to buy more supplies. It would be a waste of renown at this stage. Let's go talk to Juno. There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he is waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is this a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the Ravens? They may protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened in Eidertoft. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged from the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks you in the eyes. We only have one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. It will take all my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join in the battle. And if we kill Bellower, then what? The dredge will just wander away. That is my belief, yes. I can't say for certain. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold out here until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound our every step all the way to Arboring, where I am certain more sunder await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones and the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay a Sunder. Yeah, Sunder Slayer. Urgh. Cybert says, why can't she just keep kicking his butt? She seemed to be able to hold her own. I know, right? She held back the serpent. Alright, let's just take this last moment to look at the map. Because it's quite a story to tell. Loading. Music's very soft and contemplative. But where is Skoger? There it is, all the way in the top right. That's Skoger, highlighted. And we made it all the way to Borisgard. If only we had just taken the straight route. What is this road? This is Sten's March. Not content to stop in Stromland, a man named Sten hoped to find land as rich as Arboring along the new coast. Instead, he found bog. All the way up the coast he went until ice covered the trees. This is far enough, said Sten, and he stopped in Skoger. But yeah, we went from here to Frostfeller, across the Nordfelling Wastes to Wormtow, through the Burra Pass to Einertoft. From there, we went south all the way to Hawkscorp, through the High Pass. From Hawkscorp, we hopped on Sten's March to Sigerholm, found our way to Reinevik, where we picked up Sibjorn, and then the long road to Borisgard, next to the Deep Mott and the Toothpick Wood. And the other half of the trip, starting in Strand, where we left there, we went all the way up to Ridgehorn to face the Varl and pick up Avon's body. Then along the Wandering Road, along this path here to the Two Spears and Grofheim to see it burn, and then back south to Einertoft. Interesting stuff, huh? Anyway. Let's get this final show on the road. The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence and walk through empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today, one thing will end, another will begin, and our actions will decide on which side we stand. Thanks, Juno. Alright, time to build the list. We gotta have Rook and Alette for the fight. We also gotta have Gil and Oddleaf. That's never changed. Ivor has a grudge match against Bellower. But the last spot, still no Sibjorn. I thought for sure we'd get Sibjorn. Anyway. So that's our 4 level 5 characters. Bercy is a strength 13 Tempest, but Hacken, I think he might be just as good as Ivor. You know, some differences. I wonder if he has unspent points. No, he does not. Oh, Avent, of course. Yeah, I think that's the way I want to go with this, if I'm being totally honest. Let's gotta survive. Okay, let's look at gear. Gil. Let's see here. Let's give him the God Scale. It gives him some aggro, which is awesome. 20% crit chance on somebody who's level 5. I think that's gonna be... This is where choices get tough. Let me tell you. All right, 20% crit chance. Rook or Oddleaf. I think Rook, because he does more direct attacks than anybody else. +1 to everything, including aggro. That might be what I'm going to put on Oddleaf. That's 2 armor per turn I'm not worried about. This is +3 strength. Ivor. Then we got Farthing Yord for +3 break, or we've got Scarlet Feather for +2 movement, -1 aggro. I think I'm going to give that to Avon this time. And Alette is a level 3, so she's got to take either 15% crit, 2 will unrest, 15% dodge, stance, strength, sorry. 1 armor, 1 strength, 1 will. It's her own bracelet, or the bloodshed coins for 1 will per kill. 8, 10, 6. That would make her 9, 11, 7. Or 15%. Yeah, let's give her the Golden Fury. I like that item. So there we go. What we aren't using is the +3 break. Oddleaf doesn't really use break. That would actually be good on Rook. Do I want 20% crit, or do I want... That's a tough choice. 3 strength or 3 break. Ivor's so much better with 3 strength, so I'm going to stick to that. 20 strength. Okay, we're good. I'm not going to overthink it. We're good. Just going to go in. Here we go. Ivor is as strong as Bellower now with those gloves. That is awesome. Can't wait to use that. Okay. Here we go. Cracking the knuckles. Let's take a quick look at the battlefield, shall we? We are totally surrounded. Still your fear. Listen, I will try to guide you. Okay. Is that it? Is that all you're going to say? Alright. So we got some interestingly dressed Dredge here. Purple robes. That looks like she's carrying a baby. They're like ready to go. They're just watching like, yo, let us at them. Man, there's even more up here. It's like they're in a... Where'd this tower come from, huh? Because this isn't a dredge tower. These shields here, those are human shields. This is a human tower that they've moved into. Oh my god, look at them. They're just piling on forever. Yeah, they'll all just go away when their leader dies. That's what's going to happen. And no Ubin. I know we always like looking for them. No Ubin this time. Let's take a look at everybody's stats. So this one's a 12-18. Bellower obviously a 20-20. He's going to have the first turn as well. So it's going to be important to get Gil in his way. Gil can block everything that Bellower can send at him. I know, it's ridiculous. Gil, you're a tank. We love you, don't ever change. It's an 8-8 Fire Slinger. That's the one who throws exploding rocks. There's a Blind Slinger. They're the one who throws the willpower stuff. This is just a Slag Slinger veteran. Alright. This time I'm not going to forget to deploy. Gil gets the first spot, with Oddleaf right behind. Rook is going to stay here and support. Alette should stay back because we need her to deal the silver arrow to Bellower. Which means Avent stands in front of her. Ivor. I think Ivor is going to start right here, make a beeline for this guy, and try and take him out of the fight before he can hurt anybody else. Let's do this. So Bellower gets the first turn. I'm going to make Bellower spend the willpower to reach him. Let's see what Bellower does. He's going to do a shout. Yep. Okay. That's a 1-turn stun on Ivor, so Ivor is not doing anything now. Can that guy reach him? No. Alright, that's the good news anyway. Gonna set Alette up here. Or not Alette, Oddleaf. Let's take a look at the turns. That one won't reach. I'm just gonna trap and make this guy's day difficult. If he goes there, it'll be a 1-star trap. You must break through his armor. I can't even reach him at this stage, lady. Who are you talking to? Alright. Gonna set Rook right here. See if we can't bait that guy to try and step up to him. Let supported. Steps in the trap. Donk. Alright, Avend. Let's put you to work with some lightning on big armor guy who's decided to face us alone. Alright, so he's not much of a threat anymore. Yep, Ivor's turn got skipped. Keep Bellower weakened, his strength will return. I haven't even had a chance to shoot him yet, lady. Calm down. So Bellower's turn, he's going to step up to there. I'm going to move Gil here. Not enough willpower. End turn. I forgot I was at poor morale. Okay. First step here, rain of arrows. We're gonna put it right here. Full level. 3 shots, because Bellower's gonna step on that. I hope. Yeah, he's going for it. Boom. 1, 2, and 3. Keep the archers safe, she says. Listen, I know how to do these fights. I don't need you telling me every dang time, okay? Alright. We're going ballsy here. Mark Prey on Bellower with 3 break damage. Bam! Mostly deflected. I just gotta break through Bellower's armor. Oh, explodey rock time. Where are they going? Looks like they put them at the feet of Bellower and the other big guy. That's interesting. I want to see if I can't zap these 2 back here. So I'm actually going to step over here, which might be a little risky with Avon, but I think it's going to be worth it, yeah. It's fine. Be quick, I cannot hold them back for long, and Ivor's just out of range. So I'm going to have Ivor step over to here and try and deal enough damage to keep this guy from hurting anybody else. And also prevent him from getting to the regular people. Let's deal more break to the big guy. Ooh, Oddleaf takes a hit. But it's okay, we just need to break the armor. Here's 5 more points of it. Boom! All we need is Alette to have her turn. You cannot use the arrow until there is no chance of missing. Okay. Okay. Alright, Rook's turn. Break 3 or... not enough willpower, so break 3. Bellower's turn. Tries breaking Gil's armor. Here we go. Silver arrow on Bellower. Big hit time. Shouts in rage. Didn't sound good. didn't sound good. And there she is, crumpled at the feet of Bellower. No, please help her. Where's the music? Haste, Rook, finish Bellower now. I feel like there was supposed to be music here. Interesting. Okay, we'll play it out, just see what happens. So, new battle. Everybody's stats are changed up. Bellower's going to get the first turn again, so it's important that I don't set people up so that they hit each other or a wall when Bellower shouts, because if they hit each other or if they hit a wall, they'll be stunned for a turn. This Stone Singer is also going to be a problem. So, I think the idea I'm actually going to play is to have... Gil here, Ivor here. Gonna try and just have Ivor either damage this guy or kill this one. Ivor can be close to killing that one, but not quite. So everybody's in a line. Actually, I think I'm gonna do Rook over here. I do not want anybody getting like knocked out essentially for a turn. So here, let's see what happens. Let's find out how much break this one's dealing. 3. We'll block 3 damage then. Okay, he didn't do the shout. That's significant. Careful, he will respond to every strike, and that's the truth. So, from here on out, every turn Bellower gets a hit, he is going to take the immediate next turn. Kind of lame, but that's just the breaks. Setting up a trap in front of Gil, who has 20 armor. I just noticed that. That's awesome. So I can send Rook in. He'll take a beating for it. But what is Bellower's range? He's gonna reach whoever he wants to beat up, personally. Alright, then. What's this guy's range? There? Okay, so Rook's gonna go here. Just gonna go ahead and tempt fate. Break some armor off of Bellower. Shouts. That's not bad. That's okay. Let's see who's next. Big guy's next. Deal 4 points of damage here, bringing him down to 7. And then hopefully he steps in the trap. Yes, he does. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And this now, she calls out. Gil. Where's that guy's? Oh, that's pretty pathetic movement range. I mean, if there's a chance of it working, why not? Okay. That's going to be additional strength to Bellower. That'll be lovely. Not. Bellower's turn. Hold on, you know, I'm going to try and trap Bellower. Calling it. I think he's going to step there. Especially if I move Rook back. End the turn. Step right. Oh no, he went around it. Aww. That's okay. I can. Dang it, I can't. I was about to say I can use Ivor to knock him into it, but he's not in the right position for it. So I'm gonna send Ava down here. Arc Lightning on Bellower. 4 points. Give Bellower the next turn. Maybe he'll go back. Nope. Oh, if I could, if Rook wasn't there, I could just move him into the trap. It would be so nice. Move here. Battering ram on Bellower. Boom. Come on, you know you want to step right. Oh, come on. Hey, you got him. Alright, so Oddleaf's trap goes off. Done. Dang. Okay. So then, 2 more break on Bellower. Bellower takes the next turn. Goes after Rook, which makes sense. Bam! Take that arrow. Hurry, they're becoming hard to control. Okay, I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can, lady. Just, you know, give me a minute. Have Avon do some arc lightning. Give Bellower the next turn again. See, that Stone Singer's spell is never going to go off if I just keep hitting Bellower. Really? That was your target? That's the best you got? Steal this break. Boom. You also notice that Bellower gains back 1 health and 1 armor every turn, no matter what. But he's already at a point where he can't really do much about what I have. So long as Bellower's the one taking the turns, he doesn't have the strength to deal with it, you know? Last point of willpower to do another lightning bolt on Bellower. Only 2 points. He heals 1. This is working out.
Battery low.
Uh-oh. My headphones battery is about to die, but that's okay. No more armor for Bellower. I mean, 1 more armor for Bellower. He's almost done. Yes, I know Alette can finish this right now, but I really kind of want to give Rook the killing blow because they're going to call him Sunderslayer after this. Or now Rook actually can't get the killing blow because he doesn't have any willpower, but that's okay. I could still finesse this. Actually, no, I can't. There's no way that there will ever be enough, Can I get Rook the final blow? So he's at 4 health. It's more a matter of if I can ever get him down to, like, just 2 or 3 hit points. Here we go. Here we go. This'll do it. Nope, I forgot. Not enough. Close though. Somebody else is gonna have to get the final kill. I'm I'm gonna try and make it so that Rook gets this. I really want him to have it. At this point, I'm just bullying Bellower. There we go. Gil's health is right at the right spot to make it possible. Here we go, here we go. This is it. Yep. 3 damage, done deal. Rook with the final blow. Phew. The music came back. There was supposed to be a lot of battle music there. I'm disappointed there wasn't any. That must have been a glitch from the new update. Alette, no, not her. Where are the menders? Rook, she is beyond their help. Stand up. You're only barely aware of the surrounding chaos as Dredge flee from Varl warriors who push their advantage. Bellower is dead. You are not. We must go. Let me carry Alette to Borisgard. We'll honor her properly. Juno was right. With Bellower following the Dredge flee the field of battle. You return to Borisgard but have almost no memory of doing so, aside from image of Alette's still body being carried in Ivor's arms. The morale is improved. No renown for any of that, of course. We only killed Osunder. So we should have the time we need to finish the ships. I think you're right. The Dredge don't seem interested in us anymore. Since Bellower fell, they've been going their own way. The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. When those longships are ready, we'll be able to sail all the way to Arborang. With luck, before the darkness shows up here. How far south has it spread? I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. We'll get the prince back to his home, and Hakon has already decided to come with us. There's not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Rook, it's time. Soon we'll be ready to leave Borisgard, find somewhere safe. One ship is done already, at the docks. I had it prepared for Alette. I'm not ready to see this. Come, Rook. It's time to honor your daughter. I'm gonna let the rest of this play without interruption from me. Actually. Yeah. So there you go. from Stoic Games, The Banner Saga, music by Austin Wintory. This is what happens when you kickstart a game. I don't mean to talk over the beautiful music, but I do want to actually give credit to a very famous YouTuber. This is Maluka, really well known for doing her own covers on a lot of video game music. Original score composed and produced by Austin Wintory, by the Dallas Winds. Taylor Davis, another YouTuber, is the violin soloist who's about to start playing here, I believe. And Peter Holland's another YouTuber for vocals. And then it actually gives, in the credits, the Dallas Winds, like right down to the instruments. You don't see this in credits, so as a musician, this makes me very happy. Okay, and from here on out, the credits are actually going to be quite long because they list all of the backers, but thankfully they don't just have music playing over all of it. I wanted to go ahead and let the music finish out as it was. Banner Saga 3 comes out next Thursday. I'm going to try to stream regularly until then to finish Banner Saga 2, which picks up where this story left off. Starman does have a question, which is, does Rook die as well? If you choose to let Rook take the shot at Bellower, Bellower kills Rook. And then in Banner Saga 2, you start up the game playing as Alette. So, in our save, what's going to happen is now that Alette is out of the way, we're going to be playing as Rook going into Banner Saga 2. I highly suggest, while these credits are rolling, I'm actually going to try pulling something up on YouTube. Definitely check out Maluka, Peter Hollins, Taylor Davis. These are fantastic musicians that have very deep YouTube channels where they've been doing their own covers of a lot of video game music. If you're a fan of video game music, definitely check out their stuff. I'm going to see if I can't pull up the song that Austin Wintory wrote with Maluka. Let's see here. Maluka, Banner Saga. Let's see what this pops up. Yeah, here we go. So I found the video. I just need to make sure that it'll play through my stream. Let's go to my editor real quick. Definitely want to make sure people get a chance to check this out. And this is where I'm going to end. Let's see here. We're going to do window capture. Don't mind me while I get this going. Done. Do, 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 do. Let's see here. Not Steam. That Chrome. Yes. Done. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close out of the game now. Here we go. Say goodbye to Banner Saga. Yes, we really want to quit Banner Saga. And I know that we're pitch black here. Please forgive me. I'm just gonna get this shifted over real quick. It looks like I might not be able to show you the screen. I'm gonna try one last time. Let me quickly close out some windows, see if this doesn't help. Well, no. Looks like it's just a bit too much for my computer to handle today to give you the visual element of it, but here I'm gonna let you just listen in. Gosh, I wish I could show you this video. This is frustrating. Does that help? Let's find out. The answer is no. We're not going to be able to see this, unfortunately. Oh well. I'll just let the music play out, and that's where I'll leave the end of the stream. But if you do a YouTube search for Malukah, spelled M-A-L-U-K-A-H, Banner Saga, this is the first hit, which is Malukah and Taylor Davis together.
Hey guys.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna link this video URL really quick in my stream. So let me go ahead and find that real quick. It's just gonna link it into the chat so that you all can get a chance to check it out yourselves. Yeah, definitely the issue here is that my CPU is a little bit tapped right now, but here we go. Let's go to my live streaming. I'm sure all you see right now is just just my cursor moving around. Here we go. That is the link to the video for Maluka. Check out her channel. I love her music, and it's fantastic stuff for when you're just chilling out, relaxing, or if you're just trying to get yourself to, catch some sleep. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody again for sticking with me through Banner Saga 1, and I will see you very shortly where we continue the save into Banner Saga 2 and then into Banner Saga 3 on Thursday. All right? Have a great evening.